Oh god, I'm dying. Going down.
All right, bye. Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, zombie demon or internet, what's going on? It is 8:31 because we are just in time for another Linux Gamecast Weekly. We're here to melt your mind, mesmerize you, terrify you, possibly petrify you, but not necessarily in that order. Yeah. What's going on, everyone?
Petrification is expensive nowadays.
It's a snap.
Yeah. I'm trying to come up with a good basilisk pun. But I'm drawing a blank.
Fair. We got a lot to talk about
there's
tonight,
basilisks,
man.
cockatrices, medusas.
What is that?
Medusa, yeah,
okay,
gorgons with their breath.
Yeah.
Steam Deck stuff. We got some open source Steam Deck stuff to talk about tonight, along with some fork knife news. That's kind of interesting. Proton things with EA.
Out of all the... Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why it's better to have an Xbox One wireless controller, apparently. Then we're going to play a game that hates us.
The feeling's mutual.
It does.
So
Yeah. That is that. Thanos. Yeah, there we go. There was a branding opportunity, man. The Thanos snap brought to you by Knot. You could have had like a Ubuntu logo on that fucking gauntlet.
I still maintain huge missed opportunity not calling SteamOS GladOS. Like, fucking come on, it's right there. It's right there. You own it. It's your character.
Yeah, you already gave your AI operating system a name. Fucking use it.
Yeah, like fucking Microsoft figure that shit out with Cortana. No, but half the people don't even use it. Don't even fucking play Halo, right? Like they're just like, oh yeah, it's Cortana.
Okay. Thank you for the
21-month resub.
No
Thank you,
problem.
Evan.
Oops. Did anybody watch I think it was last week, I don't think we touched on it during any of the shows, the extended, the trailer for the Halo thing?
Yeah, with the space cars, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe that might be all right.
It could be okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to...
There was that short film they made back in I think 2009, like Forward Unto Dawn.
Okay.
That it kind of reminded me of that because it was like a live action Halo like film. But it was like it took place at like one of the boot camps for the Spartan replacements.
Okay.
And like Master Chief like shows up at the end to like rescue everyone and shit. But like, yeah, it's like it's a movie that takes place in the Halo universe, right?
See, every time I think about like Halo, I just think about that brilliant Robot Chicken skit with Cortana like seeing his junk, and he's like, hang on, it's not normal. Hang on, how about now? But the backstory of I've watched like all the movies. I've never played a Halo game, but I've watched like the YouTube cut because I'm like, man, there's a lot of lore in the Halo series.
There was the short film collection as well that was also very good. I quite enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. With like they did like give a bunch of different anime studios like free reign to kind of do whatever they want.
So I do gotta ask, is that a character I should know that's on your shirt?
No, it says Quadzilla.
I thought it was like a Pokemon, like Pump and Iron.
No. It's a shirt that explains that I have big quads and tiny arms.
It's a T-Rex.
A Trax. Yeah. You know what? I better like do the retweet thing. Let me go to the Twitters. Jordan, what are we going to play in the after shows tonight? Let's go ahead.
What are we going to play in the after show? Let's do some tanks. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Right.
Tanks, yes.
Everyone against Scott. You know,
basically.
Like, one day we'll take him down. One day.
Live in the pre-show.
Who was it? I think it was Yahtzee when he did the new Halo Zero Punctuation. He made it like a big thing about the lore and how it boils down to, yeah, aliens came to fuck shit up. Aliens bad, shoot the aliens. Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know, because apparently now that Bungie is no longer in control of Halo, they've made some retcons. So
I See, this is the beautiful thing. This is the beautiful thing about being a casual fan of fucking anything, up to and including Lord of the Rings. If it's a good, like I was saying, this is where I was going, like Lord of the Rings. Like if I watch it, it's all right. I'm like, yeah, it was pretty cool. If it isn't, I'm like, okay. I'm not going to get wound up. Like same with Halo. I watch them like, that was a pretty cool space sci-fi shooty thing. Cool. But yeah, I'm not that's not the same as it was in the video game from 13 years ago or whenever.
Right. And like, I don't know. I'm not a big diehard Halo fan. I hear this stuff because I hear other people talking about it, right? Like, yeah, apparently, like, the big retcon is, like, the origins of the Flood is, like, really stupid now. But, like,
I thought the most obvious was the fact that Cortana was going apeshit and becoming, like, full-on evil AI, and now she's all goody-goody again.
No, it's a different Cortana. It's Cortana 2.0, but... I think her name is like Arsenal or something. It's like the new Cortana, but there's like old Cortana still out there.
There's Smitey Dick Cortana, but good Cortana.
Yeah, are you a good Cortana?
Cortana was turning red because she was going big evil.
All right, so listen, the season finale of it's going to be good and bad Cortana at a dance-off.
Yeah. Well, one more. Oh, speaking of one more episode left of Peacemaker. Okay, it's been pretty good so far. I've been enjoying it.
I'm gonna go back and cut through that one and watch it.
Boba Fett was super uneven, then after
that's what I've heard a lot of people like. And
then halfway through, it just becomes Mando season 3.
Okay. See, like the Boba Fett thing, I never got it. I'm like, yeah, that was a character. It had a silly rocket in his jetpack, and I don't want to get into the physics of that because, sci-fi fantasy. And, but, like, I kind of hope it was going to work out. People don't really seem to be terribly pleased with it.
Like...
But I don't know if that's the type of people who were, like, then how do you argue with this? Was Boba Fett part of the extended universe, like, or in the cartoon? A lot.
So... All right, hold on. Let me push up my glasses here. All right, so Boba Fett originally premiered at a Macy's Day Parade promoting the Star Wars Holiday Special, which was his first appearance. It was an animated adventure with Han Solo. Shows up for fucking 5 seconds in Empire Strikes Back to get, like, cussed out by Darth Vader. Gets beaten up by a blind dude, but because he's got a cool costume, people get attached to him, right?
He's got a vet.
Yeah,
and he was thrown into the Sarlacc, right?
yeah, because he got beat up by a blind guy. That's what happened. Yeah. He got beat up by a blind dude. Which no shade on visually impaired folk. I'm just saying that this master assassin got bamboozled, and so yeah. I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of like the Boba Fett character. I think. The show, the series had some fun stuff in it, but it was clearly one of those things of, it felt like they started writing it, got bored, started writing something else, and then Disney was like, by the way, how's that Boba Fett show coming? And they're like, oh fuck, we gotta add Boba Fett in. Yeah, that's what it feels like, and so it's very uneven.
Same writers as the Wheel of Time, apparently.
What's weird is it's all fucking Favreau. Like, it's all the same Mando crew. So, I don't know. Maybe Mando season 3 is going to be good. I hope so. Like, Mando season 2 is solid. We're getting Kenobi in May. That's finally out of development.
Holy fuck, let that just come out, man. Like,
right?
That was the one I was interested in, not Mandalorian. And Mando's all right. I don't mind it. Again, I'm not like tied into that. Yeah. Boba Fett, I haven't watched yet, so I don't have an opinion on it. Probably won't watch it, but not out of any hatred for the characters. Like, I'm just not terribly interested in that. Because guess what? I can only watch so much fucking Tatooine.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount that we need to go somewhere else.
I would say watch episodes. It's like the second last episode and the one before that, because that is part of Mando season 3, despite it being called the Book of Boba Fett. Like, Boba does not show up for those episodes. It's just Mando. So,
all right. Nope, he moved. All right.
I was just looking at Discord and listening to conversation. Okay.
Hey man, I gamify everything. I was like, froze it, or like, are you stuck in a loop, or what's going on?
Bye. Oh man, I was gonna make a Futurama reference.
Loop, but I need to pee. I'll be right back.
What's everyone's take on Hulu Futurama?
Well, I mean,
I say just
it's happened before and it'll happen again, is what I say to him.
Yeah, like I'm just like let it die. But the writers were like, we kept every season with like the suitcase at the door because we were expecting us to get canceled like one more time, and eventually we're just like, we don't want to live like this anymore.
But they're going to give them like a episode orders, what they've done, and who's it? Bender's voice actor. I cannot remember his name to save my life.
John DiMaggio.
Thank you. Yes, was
not asked to come back. Yeah.
No, it wasn't that. They couldn't settle on compensation. Was the story I got from it.
Oh yeah, Disenchanted's been another one of those uneven ones where I've wanted to like it, but it hasn't gotten bad enough that I'm gonna stop watching it. Like, man, I held on for a while with The Flash, but eventually I'm just like, I can't fucking do it anymore.
Once it turns into this happens
it's
with
just so stupid. Yeah.
It eventually went full CW, and then once you get over that like 60% like drama versus like superhero shit, it's a different show, man.
Where every week is like, oh my god, there's a massive drama problem that would have been solved if two people acted like fucking adults and just had a goddamn conversation.
Yeah.
Instead of catastrophizing every little thing.
I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that stuff's on the air. No.
Oh, the B5 reboot got shelved. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pausing it.
Why?
Because they couldn't find a sexy enough Jakar. That's why. They found a sexy Londo, and that's about as far as they got.
So we'll get going when Pedro returns. Bounce that back. Oh, I mapped my bounce buttons. Hey, they still work. You remembered my MIDI maps. Yay.
Yeah.
Right? Why am I on 3K? Oh, I know why. All right, let's pull that back down. Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to Babylon 5, but by the time that gets around and like ever comes out, nothing else.
I will only watch a new Babylon 5 if they animate it all on Amigas.
That does not hold up.
It doesn't. No.
That looks bad today.
But again, it was meant to be watched on like a 4x3 like.
Listen, at that point in time, young me was like, "Look, there's some 3D shit on a TV show. Neat."
Yeah.
Reboot.
Babylon 5, but yeah, it's like you go back and watch like TNG, and like you can see all in like the 4K HD versions, you can see all like the sets falling apart and shit. But like on broadcast TV, you don't see any of that shit, right? Like it looks fine. The weird one for me was my TV for their Netflix app has a frame interpolator. So before I got my TV box set up, I was just using the Netflix app on that. Watching Star Trek: The Next Generation,
at 60.
like at 60, they fill in Data's movement, so he just walks around like a regular fucking person, even though like Spiner is doing the robot walk. It looks so fucking weird. It's so bad. It's so janky. It's like watching PAL videos for the first time. You're like, what is this 48 frames a second?
Oh man.
Everything looks like it's moving so fast. I'm confused.
I don't know. The only thing that like shocked me from going like from PAL to NTSC was it's gaming consoles. It was like hearing like gaming. I'm like, what? All right. Sonic's a whole different like vibe, like the Sonic music.
That was definitely a thing. Yeah, the PAL people in the PAL music got a different oral experience than NTSC region.
All right, everyone. Let's get underway.
Yes.
Let's choose this. Let's see, where's it?
Choo Choo Charles. That's a game that I want to play.
That's a corporate buy shit day is Valentine's Day. Is that this month? I thought I saw something.
Yeah, it's Monday.
All right.
I choose you.
Hey man, I respect corporate holidays. I'm like, well played.
You forced everyone to spend a bunch of money for fucking nothing.
All right, everyone. Linux Gamecast episode 495 commences in 3, 2. And welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I'm Vince Stone here at LGC Actual, switching the bits, doing our little Nightmare Fuel, piloting the SS. Oh my god, it is on fire in our Linux-powered studio business. Now, we do have Pedro Mateus. He is down there being Pedro-ish. He's got his red Toshiba laptop handy, just in case.
I thought you said Red Tushy for a second, and I got very
That's what he calls it. That's his pet name. He's like, don't listen to him, Toshi.
I suppose I should call it the Red Kioxia laptop nowadays.
Someone's been a naughty boy getting some spanking. Got a Red Tushy.
And joining us from Canada and the beautiful city of Toronto, the lizard metal pumping man himself, Jordan Swell.
I'll accept that one.
All right. Together with you, not to be left out, Shadow Realm Dynamic helping us form Kogi Voltron. Yeah. Nice and smooth. Everything catches on fire. What's up, beautiful people? We got another week of exciting things to report on, as we do, and to get into really pointless conversations and or arguments. But I want to start out with always a fair warning. Like last week, I'm playing around with stuff. We were talking in the pre-super shows, and go back and listen to that if you get a chance. We're all running. Well, Jordan, myself, I think Pedro's even got 516 running on a netbook.
On the
netbook, yes.
Well, this is what I want to take the Pepsi challenge. It's kind of getting away with it. I have it running on the DOS server in the studio right now, but I don't have the real-time patch set because something I noticed when I went to apply the real-time patch set to it earlier this week, it was like, hey, some of this stuff's already in there. I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a good time to test that in production. So here we are. If you hear a click and a pop, let me know so I can smash that marker button, fam. But that's not the only thing I've been playing around with. I'm shopping around for mics. I'm trying to find like a cheap-ish, decent like ribbon microphone to play around with. Couple of reasons. One, I just want to have it in the arsenal when I do the interfacing Linux things. I'm like, oh, this is me talking and that. Also, I want to see, because I bought that. I used it for a couple of shows just to get some use. And it was like I paid $50 for it. The that SE2200 had that nice little stand, and all of this crap wasn't in my face. That was nice. So having that type of setup might be ideal. I don't know. But speaking of microphones, I replaced the voice engine in this. And it still works.
Good job. Blam!
Mission successful.
The scary thing about that is Electro Voice. I called up Electro Voice and I'm like, yo, what's the service for one of these mics? It's a dynamic mic. If you have a dynamic mic, you have a coil that generates the energy, the electrodoodles that go to the XLR cable. And Electro Voice calls that capsule their voice engine, and I wear them out. But I bought this used, like very used. You remember the pictures of this thing when I first got it? It looked... Yeah. And no idea what it was going for. And this one was just getting some clickies and poppies in it, and I couldn't find any schematics online whatsoever. So I went into this thing blind. I'm like, oh, well... You know what? I feel like destroying a $500 microphone. Let's get into that.
Take photos with every screw you remove.
I was in here on this table with that camera hooked up with the arm hanging over, recording the entire time. I'm like,
right. So you can like, where did this?
I could just go
doing this, kept holding it up to the camera, like get a good look at this. And yeah, because there's a lot of crap packed into this thing. I got it back together. The voice engine replacement, you can get it from Broadcast Supply Warehouse, $100. Put it in, put it out. Already put new foam in it, so good with that. Sound cards, the list sound card. I'm done. Like, I'm not even getting into that. Stay tuned for that one. OBS video, that's working, and we did our Trekmania Time Attack last night. If you want to come hang out with us, we'll be back Tuesday with some fresh maps. We're doing that. People are getting good. You can tell when people are getting good because people get quiet. Then it's getting into where we're ending up like points. We're doing points matches on Friday. So you get to like the last one everyone's getting around because the points is 999 even when it does handstands. So when everyone's like around 900, like you can just cut that tension, man. It's like, it's adorable. Then it immediately resets to everyone just talking smack and, until it gets back up to that. It is adorable. It's good for the old people like myself. French guy joins us. Yes. And we get around
French
tracks
guy.
and try not to fly off.
French
So,
Geich.
Yes. How about you, Jordan? Nothing at all? Where did you get that snazzy t-shirt? Where does one buy a metal lifting lizard shirts?
I don't know. Lonnie bought this one for me, so I'll have to go ask her. I think you can just Google search Quadzilla. There's another one with a rabbit called Buns of Steel. So
I might have. All right, I might break that out. I thought it was a Pokemon, but just like looking at it, just knowing you because you play the book, but no, it's a Gojira, right? Or
it's
legally distinguishable from.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like it's Godzilla, though it isn't.
Yes. How are you and Toshi doing, Andrew?
Yeah, no, Toshi is out for a number of reasons. One of them is the outside actually looks okay. It's very shiny still, but there's a lot of cracks in the plastic, and the screen, like the inside bezel around the screen, is not holding together. So yeah, I was
Scotch
looking.
tape?
I think I find
Scotch tape.
No, I want to get like a broken one of these, but they're kind of like unicorns. I think I found one, but the seller has gotten weirdly quiet. So we'll see how that goes.
You know what would be impervious? The Scotch tape.
The horse?
100%.
Well, I mean, yeah, like you know what happens when you try to stick that plastic tape on something that's wet?
You get bit.
Yeah. I mean, amongst other things, it's the Steam
Analytics
Update
of the week.
World of Warcraft, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, not really, but apparently people are really, really enjoying the Steam Deck. We had last week about game developers who had their hands on the deck, and they were saying, yeah, it's all very good, it's all very nice, everything works really well. And this week we have some YouTube influencing people who also have their hands on the Steam Deck, and they're saying, yeah, that's pretty good. You see Linus there. There was also Gamers Nexus and The Fox, which if you go and watch
Eat a Deck PC
video,
World.
Yeah.
Auto-playing video?
Auto-playing
Fuck
videos.
you.
But yeah, The Fox's video is actually, he
what
goes
does The
into a
Fox
lot of
say?
detail. He goes into a lot of detail, breaking down the things that you can do and how well the games run if you turn off a certain amount of cores in the APU. And he had some very interesting finds, and yeah, it is apparently living up to some of the hype, not all of it, but even Gamers Nexus, who tend to be one of the most critical for very good reason, and they do a very good job of it, they were impressed. So okay. That's good to hear.
So one of the things that really got me, I was watching the Linus. He did the teardown, and something that he even pointed out during the live stream. That SSD, let's be honest, can we all agree? Valve made that a little more spooky than it really is because, Valve was like, took Valve's credit. And they're like, you don't do this,
but
you're going to do it anyway. So let me show you. It's like 12 screws to get out the SSD. So it's going to be a very, very boring upgrade for anyone who's like, I bought the cheap one, and it's going to be an adventure over the weekend to collect.
I don't know. As resident metal hoisting lizard, I definitely know the fear of like, okay, it's not budging. I'm going to apply a little bit more torque and snap, and yeah, so. I don't know.
I'll just do my Armada UAG and they'll send me another one.
Yeah, sure. So, maybe if as long as you don't cover it in peanut butter. The thing I was interested in was the battery life. Because, being a handheld, being someone who enjoys playing video games on the toilet, I want to know how much, video game I can get on the toilet. So they say between 1.5 to 6 hours, depending on your game, which is reasonable. I get about 4 or 5 on my Switch, and that's running at like 720p 30. So like 1280 30, that's still marginally better. The other complaint I saw was they don't vibrate as hard because they got the haptic rumble.
Damn it,
but
Valve,
here's the
I
thing.
wanted to race them.
Because that's what's gonna fucking end up happening, right? Like, and to be honest, I don't want my $400 handheld rumbling in my sweaty ass hands, man. It's gonna go.
No,
flying.
you want it taking a nosedive off your desk,
right? Like,
if you ever tried the Rumble emulation with the Steam controller, you know just exactly how bad it is. So yeah, no, just turn it off. It'll save you battery life.
Yeah. And you know what? It's a good sign. We're seeing games running on it. We're gonna need to see more easy anti-cheat support to actually play some games with your friends on it. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yes.
One thing that I saw that Steven covered. Now this is like a little comparison that I can do that I even installed. They were talking about Devil May Cry 5, you know, and you know, nonstop comeback action and all that. So never dropping under 60 frames per second at, you know, effectively, let's just call it 720p. And,
sure.
You know, Gamers Nexus, they clocked it at 64 FERPs with ray tracing disabled. I didn't even know it had ray tracing. 40 per second docked to a full 1080p display. And Linus reported that it sometimes jumped to as much as 90 frames per second, which I was curious because, you know, naturally I'm like, well, how does that stack up against what is now a much coveted card in this bullshit moon future we're living in, a 2060? And I cut it down to like 720p in a window, and I just maxed everything to like 200 and something frames per second. I'm like, all right, never mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, with your Threadripper and your dedicated GPU, no, it outperforms the handhelds.
I wanted to see what the delta was.
Right.
Yeah. Just kind of get a feel for it because I was impressed. You know, 720p 60, that at that screen size, that's going to be good enough for government work.
Oh yeah, and you have FSR built into the OS, so you can just you can just FSR literally everything, so it's going to look even better despite being being rendered at a lower resolution.
You know what's going to make it look even better though?
No,
a custom kernel.
Oh man, you can't do that. You can't.
No, not if you want to play some fork knives. Yeah. So our buddy boy Timmy boy, Sweeney's pep and shed pepperoni sticks. He's back, and he has some words. People were asking on Twitter. Now that Easy Anti-Cheat has Proton and Wine compatibility, are we gonna see some EAC for Fortnite? And Tim goes and says, Fortnite, no. And the exact quote, with regard to anti-cheat on the Linux platform, supporting custom kernels and the threat model of a game of Fortnite size. Yes, that's exactly right. Yes, those custom kernel using brigands changing their HPET timing and their preemption model. Oh, those crafty bastards. They're stripping out like the unnecessary ham radio drivers that you don't fucking need for a desktop system and changing your schedules will provide maximal cheat. Okay, so here's my tinfoil hat theory on why this actually is. From an automation perspective, it is substantially easier to set up a botnet with Linux than it is with Windows, and he doesn't want any sort of like easily automated bot farm getting into his precious cash cow. Like, because this excuse makes absolutely zero sense. There, unless you are like, and I. To their credit, I would not put it past some of the cheating manufacturers to actually do that. But without like very specific driver code in these custom kernels, which you could probably check for anyways, like I don't see how that would even impact things. The motto of the kernel is we don't impact user space. That's their entire. That's like their rule zero. So I don't see how this is even anything. Do you?
No.
Maybe I'm just a Luddite idiot.
No, what I was wondering was what custom Windows kernel are those people making videos showing themselves cheating in Fortnite in Windows? They've already clearly managed to circumvent and or exploit EAC, so what custom Windows kernel are those people running? Tim?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they're running the NT4
both
kernel.
Both of you are wrong. This is a man who has absolutely zero fucking faith in the product that he sells.
Yeah.
He was like, oh,
he knows
shit.
full well that EAC is BS.
This is my interpretation. I'm reading the moon tea leaves. This is like, this shit barely sticks together on Windows, son. I mean,
the one thing that EAC does is stop people from playing the game in Proton. That's it.
Maybe it's a small mixture of that with another large mixture of just Tim Sweeney being motherfucking Tim Sweeney.
Yeah. He's got to stick it to Valve somehow.
Something. I mean,
it's it's the Steam Deck is a great move for PC gaming. It's gonna open everything up. We're just not gonna put our fucking games on it because
because we don't like Valve.
Open gaming platform. Stay tuned about this. That can run any operating system, and Epic's like, we're all for the game developers and all that. Yeah, fuck that. No.
No. The open platform, the actual, truly open platform. No.
I gotta say, Sweetie's the only person in the gaming industry that I genuinely believe goes, yeah, at some point, like every day.
He pulls off his skin right. And he's like Skeletor. Yeah,
right.
I still remember his whole spiel about the PS5 and the storage technology is going to be revolutionary. Yeah, where are those NVMe RAID 0 SSDs now, Tim?
I didn't know Tim made it. RAID 0 SSDs.
I want some RAID 0 SSDs.
No, he was talking about the PS5 SSD being able to attain, what was it, 12 gigabytes per second?
I remember he did that, then Linus called him out on it, and then Linus had to do an apology video for it. Because
the John Cena special, he had to apologize.
Because
I'm still waiting for games that actually use that technology. Well, to be fair, no one can buy a PS5, so that's
right.
Yeah. So, well, you can buy a PS4. But speaking of open gaming platforms, Chimera OS, formerly known as Gamorus, they changed their name from one cryptid to another, but they have a new release out. Release number 30 is out. It comes with Linux 5.16.5, latest Mesa, latest NVIDIA drivers, Chimera 13.0, the new SteamOS Compositor Plus, and really what this actually means for you is they're adding a compatibility system for non-Steam game sources, and if you got one of those One X players, I had to look that up because I didn't know what the hell it was. It's not Steam Deck. If you want to run this on your not Steam Deck, you have some better support for the controller. It'll auto-detect the resolution to 1200 by 800 and do the screen orientation stuff. So that's nice, at least if you want to make your own Steam Deck without the thing we're going to talk about later.
Well, I mean, come on, let's think about this. I think we're going to see a lot more like custom spins for decks. We've covered that. We've covered that. How many months, or is it going to be on release day that we see the Microsoft deck spin? It's like, no, optimized for deck.
No, I think we're going to see the Xbox Surface combo.
I don't know.
Zune 3,
so
Zunening.
A couple of things about this, though. I mean, it's brilliant. Have different, you're going to have what Valve has. It's like, this is SteamOS, go play with that. And you're like, oh, I want to play with this and this 5.16. Options are good. People call it fragmentation. I like to call it what it is, evolution. This is how shit gets sorted out. But
choice.
the big one in this, to me, was like, damn it, what segment are we going to start putting this in? Adding the compatibility rating systems for FlatHub, Epic Game Store, and GOG. So immediately out of the box, you get a bunch of fun options to play with, which that is good. Valve, this is something that should be, outside of like the Steam Deck compatible. It's like, how does it work on Proton DB? Like, let me know without having to go to Proton DB. I love Proton DB, but it's like an extra step.
You got checkbox, man. You got to be happy with checkboxes.
I have Chimeras running on the Steambox 360, and the thing that I really wanted to try was Steam Buddy. It's their web front end because it just spawns an Nginx session, and if you hit the IP address, it gives you a very nice front end. And the first thing you see, like on the Steambox, it actually puts a full screen thing. Type in this password, and it gives you a temporary password so that you can do things from the web front end, like set up Mango HUD, set up the emulators, set up launchers for games inside those emulators. You could do all of that via the web front end. That's freaking genius. At the moment that the Steam Deck comes out and Valve actually makes the big picture mode look like the current Steam Deck UI, Chimeras is going to be a very, very good option.
It is.
Big deck mode.
Here's one of the things I want to say, though, man. I see Linux Nuru in chat, watch this live, makes a point. It says, watch Valve start a monthly service in Game Pass, to which I will respond with, fucking yes, please, Valve, do that. And I will rain money upon you for that option, because that's something I've been asking for years. It would be brilliant. I could even play something that's clearly not inspired. Is inspired the right word? by Star Fox.
I mean, like, nothing is original, period. Yeah, but you know, it's good to wear your influences on your sleeve. X Zodiac. So we actually talked about this for Steam New Game segment. Back in episode 477, Godot was doing a little news post and expose about the Godot games that were being on display during the Indie Fest. X Zodiac is one of them. They got themselves they have themselves a demo that you can download, and it's coming early 2022. It's almost the end of early 2022, so hopefully soon.
Well, I mean, you know, this is a one-person deal, and my serious question, are either of you old enough to remember playing Farstox way back when it was originally released on the...
I played it on the N64. That was my Star Fox.
Yeah, the N64 version at a friend's house because I didn't have one.
I had a friend with a copy of it, and it was quite amazing. I mean, it was revolutionary at the time. I don't even know if the Mega Drive had the Super Effects, the virtual racing out at the time. I think Star Fox was the first run. That's how you remember it. Going back and like looking at it makes me wonder, is X Zodiac going to have an authentic, you know, to really make you feel those 12 frames per second that you were getting in that thing? Because I didn't realize at the time as a child, like, it was 3D. It was amazing. It was slow, but I'd be down with this. I'd be down playing around with this. No pricing information, but as Jordan pointed out, there is a demo. So yeah, like, what do we need to run this? Any distribution, challenge accepted.
Yeah, it's done in Godot, so it's not going to be too taxing on your system. Yeah, so you just need OpenGL 2.1 and you're good to go.
Really good to see some 3D inspired stuff come from Godot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going through the evolution of it, right? Like, you got to go like Super Nintendo 3D, then they'll hit like PlayStation 3D, PS2 3D, and then maybe if we're lucky, we'll get like 360 3D, PS3 3D. I think that's what we can hope from Godot.
All right, Pedro, don't get my hopes up.
I didn't do it. They did it because I opened up Steam and the first thing I saw on the new library was new Pocket Cars updates. Okay, what do we got? Oh, multiplayer updates of all things. Cool. Version not 82 has some very minor improvements, but a few fixes. And the big one is the ability to join an ongoing multiplayer game instead of just lobbies. Because if you tried to join a game in progress, you couldn't do it. People would have to be in the lobby for you to be able to join. So they created spectator mode originally, but now you can just join at whatever point, which is good.
I wish more games would do that. Yeah, that's a nice feature. Like Left 4 Dead doing that was like super easy. You don't have to
you just kind of pop in and do that thing, man. And like this is a game that Pedro and I have just been patiently just forgetting about because we're the only two people that have ever played it, unfortunately, which kind of led me to wonder, like, how did they discover this bug? Because I've never seen it in an online server.
Apparently, they have a Discord server where they organize people together to do some races.
Oh,
so not too different from Revolt in 2022 as well. But Revolt came out in 1998, so...
This game has... the reason we're a little angry about it is because this is dripping with promise. This game.
Yeah, 100%. It looks really good. The physics are really nice, and you can set just exactly the level of assists that you want.
Mm-hmm.
I want this game to have so much more, but it doesn't.
It needs a player base.
They didn't really add much.
You know, I don't know if it was necessarily what this game desperately needs. One, and like the next update, bots. Because even when Pedro and myself playing
multiplayer mods, yes,
which Pedro and I are fine, like just racing against each other, but it's boring when it's just two people on a big ass map. You want other cars to like bounce around and weave in and out of. Two, you got to get out of early access at some point, and that day you need to put this thing on fire sale. I'm talking like $5, £5, and or like 75 Canadian, whatever it is today, and.
I gotta double check.
To get that player base to jump in. I mean, sometimes that's a gamble, you know, because what was the last developer I saw? Oh, Army Men, the game. They put it on for like $1 or something like that. And we jumped in and we started playing. Unfortunately, it was a technical shit show, but it was still a good idea. And yeah, I want this to succeed at some point. But I think maybe for us, we're still we got a little distant-itis
You got a little bit of Project Cars trauma.
Well, no, like that set it and forget it. Distance is like, fucking come out, man. We're on year 7. Yeah. Like when your updates are
just
like, we're tweaking the axle
mode.
physics on the left axle. And like, no, come on. Let's go. Let's put this out. So, speaking of that, I bought the Distance soundtrack this week because of reasons.
Okay.
It's a good soundtrack. And it's also like 2 hours of background music for Trackmania night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That'll do it.
Star Wars. So say we all.
Corbin Dallas.
Dude.
Speaking of fucking Fifth Element, man.
It begins. Looks like Star Wars Squadron has now EAC support for Linux. And time to reinstall. Yeah, I'd have to go out and buy it. And I don't know about VR, but let's take a look. There it is. Data, easy anti-cheat. X80, X64.so, patch, scripts. It's a thing, and too much confusion. I wouldn't looked at it because I think I'd heard of the game before. This is fly around shooty pew pew squadrons. It's got recent mixed reviews. It's basically auto aim arcade console fly around shooter.
Yeah, people wanted it to be like proper multiplayer Rogue Squadron, and it wasn't.
No, it was still pretty fun though. Like I have it on PS4 and I think it's pretty dope. But like Ven was saying, they added the easy cheat wine library to the repository, but they haven't enabled it on the back end, so no luck just yet.
Oh man,
yeah.
Here's the thing: we were talking about this in the pre-supervision. What I'm worried about is not even the easy anti-cheat, because I got a feels that money's been put into that development as that's going to be kind of a smooth thing. It's either going to work or it's not. There's not going to be any half-worked solutions. It kind of works. There's not going to be any, we need to start 30 minutes before the show to make sure our Bethesda bullshit launches and links up the accounts. Yes, what I'm talking about is I'm a little afraid of the EA and Origin Steam account linking minigame that's going to be included in these titles. Not looking forward to that. Now, no one wants to be first, Pedro, but I think what we're seeing here is Jordan saying, hey, it's EA, yes, but it's that domino effect that's going to be powered by greed.
Yeah, it is. And yes, the deck will be going out at the end of this month, so that'll be an interesting arms race to see. But yeah, if we were putting down money on which of the big publishers were going to be the first to introduce EAC support for their games for Proton, I would not have said EA. Not any. Yeah. No.
we got a little bit of precedent. EA, as we've established, they're like the prime evil greedy corporation. They've been the OG for a while. They like things that cost them zero and require minimal effort on their part, which is why they handed Red Alert and Command and Conquer over to the community, because they're like, yeah, sure, maintain this shit. You still got to buy the game, right? You're not pirating the game files. You're good. Yeah. So
my guess was going to be like Bandai Namco, because there's Elden Ring coming out later on, and that will be using Easy Anti-Cheat. Namkai Bando, yes. It was a show title at one point, so it can't be anymore. But
still call it
that. Is that was going to be my guess, because From Software had already worked with Valve with Dark Souls 3, and Steam input was built directly into the PC version of the game. So, okay, if there's going to be a first, probably Elden Ring. I was wrong.
I'm going to sit back, relax, and just watch this play out and do the same that a lot of people listen, Turtle Rock. You get the 3 people that want to actually play Back for Blood left on the planet.
Yeah.
Just hook us up a little bit. Download the library and put it in the depot.
We're not going to be happy about it. We were going to bitch and moan about paying $50, but we'll do it.
But you're gonna get the $150, right? Like,
I mean, that 4-pack's coming, baby. So yeah. Also, EA's done a thing. That's nice of you. Let's go blow shit up in space. Yeah.
All right, I think that's gonna do it for us. Coming up next, you wouldn't download a Steam Deck, would you? Well, now you can.
Where's the beef?
Don't copy that floppy.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to participate, you're wondering what's going on in chat, people are doing bang ass and followed by random shit that we've said. Well, that is a chance to vote on our show titles, which you can do by heading over to vote.linuxgamecast.com. Wait,
.com.
Linux game. Well, yeah, .com.
Yeah,
That'll work.
Linux game. Yeah. My return video died. I don't know if you know that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's working for me.
Because I can't see what's going on that end. I have no inkling as to whether things are working or not.
Let me see. Let's see.
I can give it a refresh too.
Yeah, let me see.
Yep.
Am I sending it? Darkness. Impersonate me.
Yeah, no, that self-monitoring bit there is showing very much darkness.
Oh, man.
Devolvio, thank you for the follow.
Right? So,
Devolvio Digital?
yeah, give yours a well, hang on. If I'm not sending, well, all right, hang on.
Hands off keyboard. I'm waiting for you.
I'm just gonna reboot. This is the browser real quick, and
Yep.
here, Patreon, keep everyone entertained.
Hello.
Dance, monkey, dance. All right, that's.
It's me, Devolvio.
You're asking a little too much of me there, Mir. If you are not entertained by my face alone, sorry.
That's what you've been coasting on for 10 fucking years? Your face? Well, I mean,
yeah.
it looks like that. Looks like
I
you've
am
been
well
sliding on
aware
your
that
face
I
for
am
about
not
10
the
years.
ugliest person on planet Earth. Ish. But
You are the
So,
ugliest
yeah,
man
no,
on
it's-
Mars, though.
I don't know. You would think, like being in the UK, like Nori would have went over to the optometrist by now, but I don't know.
apparently not.
All right, so
All right, we're back.
yeah, I just gave it a restart.
Yeah.
We are no longer in the pre-show. No.
What? When did this happen? Where am I? When am I?
According to the clock, about a minute and 30 seconds ago. I don't believe that clock. That clock's full of shit, man.
Yeah.
So as I was saying before the camera just blip,
We got a band, Big Dig Requiem.
it tries.
Big Dick Requiem. I'm so sorry you're a butt because that's a really nice name.
Zune 3, the Zunerting. All right.
There we go. Band.
Metal hoisting lizard. That's going to get a vote.
I'm a vote metal hoisting lizard. That's my version of the unicorn wizard.
Fair enough.
What do we got? I'll give Dote copy that floppy a vote.
Dote.
Zune 3, the Zune
Yeah, man. There is only Zune. Man, people
in the
love.
future.
People genuinely love their zones. Like, I don't know anybody currently, but you've asked me that 3 or 4 years ago. I knew a couple of people that were like, "This is my Zune," and that was like their baby. They had Zune accessories and shit, like things to plug Zunes
The
into.
second revision of the Zune apparently was really good. It
Yeah, I
played
had a fun with
flax
them.
and it, yeah.
The one
Did a
problem
bunch of things
was
right.
you needed either the Zune app or Windows Media Player to copy music to it. Which is bullshit. Like, we had back when the Zune came out, we had MP3 players that were just like a flash drive that you plugged in, and then you copied your music to it, and then you unplugged it and you plugged it back into like the headphone adapter thingy, and that was it. Like, why does it have to be more complicated than that? Why can't I just copy music to my thing?
Because you're a pirate.
Yeah, that's right.
The best
Because
thing
of
that has
shitty
ever
service,
happened,
like
the best thing that ever happened to combat piracy, what really shut down like Napster and all, like knocked most of the steam out, it wasn't governments coming after them, wasn't getting sued, it was Apple making songs 99 fucking cents a piece.
yeah.
Yeah.
iTunes, $1 per song. Away you go. There, done.
Not a fan of Apple, but yeah, that shit, that sorted that.
Yeah.
That's what proved that, yes, piracy is not a price thing, it's a service thing. You make the service
it's a
good enough.
convenience thing. Like,
Look at Steam.
Valve. Exactly where I'm going to go with that. Like, listen, we don't have much in the way of pirated games on Linux, which is something that's always twisted me sideways when I would hear that. Like, but there's piracy for video games?
It's an open source operating system. It's a bunch of pirates.
I don't know. I think you have to like modify 3 kernels, Tim, in order for that. But to get anything, like the game, it's right there. Like at best, what are you going to do? Head over to GOG or Humble and see if it's on sale over there? Like, but
yeah, you hit up. Is there any deal? And usually you get a reseller. You buy a Steam fucking key anyways, and yeah, the price is gonna make it a problem again once everything is sufficiently balkanized, and because we're seeing it now with like Netflix and Prime and Paramount Plus and HBO Max.
You had the one service that should go for everything. That was Netflix. And now everyone's got their own service, so everything is fragmented again.
I'm going to say this, though.
Piracy is a thing again.
Netflix saw this shit coming, though. Because I remember the first time Netflix announced that they're going to make a show. Mm-hmm. Like, what? You're going to make a show? You just take everybody else's show. So, no, we're going to do an original series. I'm like, that sounds dumb. No one is going to... And here we are, and now we have The Witcher.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? Given like Netflix's chief competitor, which I would say is like Amazon Prime, I would say Amazon Prime is pretty hit or miss when it comes to their original stuff. Netflix has been like consistently like in that sort of 6.5, 7 out of 10 space.
It's been in that spot of like, yeah, that's worth the subscription because I'll probably watch this and that. And, Amazon Prime is in that space because you got Amazon Prime, or even if you don't, you're like, I want to watch The Boys.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I guess Lord of the Rings.
Also coming up, yes. It's like Disney. Disney wins because it's like $5. I don't even think about it. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. What was the one that Prime was trying to advertise to me? Reacher?
Yeah. That's their new one. Based on the Tom Cruise
movies.
I
looked at the trailer and I went, really? You want me to watch that?
Here's the thing. I read a couple of like the Reacher books.
Jack Reacher books?
Yeah. I'm like, like popcorn, like tough guy.
Pulp action, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like that was serviceable. And I remember like Tom Cruise was announced and what? Because like Jack Reacher was like 2 meters tall, right?
Yeah.
And like that doesn't even, I could watch. But like a series on that might work. But, hey, we're all just waiting for the Kenobi.
Dude, episode 3 Raised by Wolves is out of season 2. I haven't watched
episode
any of
1.
it yet. I have not. I'm still on the fence of whether I want to.
I haven't watched any of it.
Because like I really like season 1, but dear God, that middle was fucking slow as hell. Like if I have to go week to week on that for like a second,
I'll forgive a little bit of that in series because they were doing scorched earth world building.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna.
They had to stop a lot to explain things. Yes.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I will say that Ragnar Lothbrok is back, returning. Space Viking.
The ending didn't piss me off. The ending just confused me. And then I went and watched Alt-Shift-X's video on it, and I'm like, oh, I'm just stupid because they were like fucking like foreshadowing this since like fucking episode 1.
And episode 1 of series
the bones.
Episode 1 of series 2 starts off with like like in the first 2 minutes you get we're not addressing that yet, huh? All right, but it does the show of like, yes, that happened, but we'll get to it. Just
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on to your knickers.
I started with DVD Netflix, man. I started that when I was in graduate school because you could make DVDs show up in the post for like by clicking a button online. I mean, I remember like doing the queue thing, logging into Netflix and finding the stuff like this is like Cowboy Bebop, I think for the longest time. And going out and like getting that and going, fuck, this one's cracked. But they had there was no like calling up anyone. It's like, nope, just send it back. It was cracked, whatever. And it's kind of like the Amazon thing. Like sometimes I'll order stuff on Amazon if it's if there's a chance something could be squirrely with it, just not to deal with anything other than don't want.
Yeah, and they go, yeah, here's the label. Print it if you'd like, or go drop it off somewhere. Like,
Oh, well,
okay, cool.
I've had the UPS driver show up at the house.
Or you could do the Newegg approach of, we sent you one that we failed to RMA.
You know what? Like, I was like, this is enough of a dumpster fire, but then they were hiding replies to their post on Twitter, which apparently you can do. Man, quit digging that hole, son. Nah, they were going to have it. Where's the cursor?
No, that's naughty. You don't do that. You don't do that to anyone, but if you do that, please, by all means, do it to a YouTuber like Gamers Nexus.
You know
because
what?
they're going to smear you through the mud.
This is the first time that they've hit, since new management. I was talking about Newegg is one of those companies that has been around long enough to go from hero to villain. Like, Newegg used to be the spot, man. They earned that goodwill. They were fighting against patent trolls. Like, their legal department was on that and, like, just doing a bunch of good stuff. Then they got bought out. And it just, nothing immediately went downhill. Nothing was terribly bad. But what goodwill that they had from that, they just lit that shit on fire last year with the Newegg lottery thing. Not initially. I mean, it was bad enough that they were doing, like, significant markups.
Mandatory pack-ins, you have to pay for the extra thing you don't want.
Before that, Pedro, you weren't getting anything at MSRP because, listen, I was there looking for the 3060s. And it's like, I need one of these, and I'm willing to pay like a $200 markup. And they're like, no, $400 markup, but it's in stock, and you'll get a chance to give us that extra money. I'm like, get wrecked. Then they started doing the forced pack-in stuff. Just get wrecked. Like,
Oh, what's that? You want a video card? Here, take one of these power supplies that totally don't explode.
But, like, that is the most grievous thing, because that could have been like a legitimate, but everything had some random things that they just couldn't get out of, no one wanted to buy. That's what it was. It was a list. Yeah. And
it's like, we're selling this 5900X Ryzen processor, and you're going to have to buy this, what was it? Oh, an X470 motherboard, like one of the worst ones that no one wanted because it had really shit power delivery. Yeah.
It wouldn't have surprised me if you would have said this Intel LGA.
I don't think they went that bad. The one I saw was like, it's a 5900X with a X470, like the really crappy X470 motherboard that no one wanted back in the day. Like, oh. Ooh.
Couldn't help themselves. I mean, never let a crisis go to waste, right? I prefer, like, at least, I'm not saying this is a good thing, at least Best Buy was upfront about it. They're like, nah, man, this is just a shakedown, all right? We're not dancing around it. Look, here's a list of services that this $200 gets you. You're not going to use them. We both know that. It's just there so you give us that $200.
Yeah, no, they were upfront with their greed. It's... Yeah, no, you pay us $200, you get priority treatment. That's it. You can buy the ability to buy more things from us. Yeah.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You need to get you like a big, like full handle, like empty Smirnoff bottle. And a straw, and a crazy straw.
Yeah, maybe. So yeah, speaking of, I forgot to print out the Amazon label to return these, because there's a blender attachment for them that doesn't fit my blender. They're like the single blender cups that you can like stick upside down and they'll.
Right.
See, I know where this is going, but in my heart, I want to believe that Jordan's a fan of blended water. It's like, no, man, you're just missing out. You don't blend your water? What?
Yeah, that's how you get the bubbles in it.
Mm-hmm. I want to believe
you know what they say, shaken, not stirred, right?
All right, everyone, let's get into it. Is there news? Let me tap that pause button. Oop. All right.
Up first, though, we got some Deja Vu.
Deja me?
Deja Vu.
Deja you.
Deja voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Shameless self-promotion and or shilling section engaged in 3, 2.
You'll have to bear with us. We have a bit of a technical problem, and the only way we can solve it is by telling you how you can support this particular brand of insanity that happens every Saturday night.
Now I want a Bluetooth cowbell.
Needs more Bluetooth. we have a technical emergency, and the only way to fix it is to send us a cashier's check for $2,000. Now head on over to Patreon.
Doctor, give me the news.
Okay, now here's your challenge. Try to come up with something remotely useful for a Bluetooth-enabled cowbell.
It's got a little receiver.
Wait,
no. You hit it, and then it like sends it to Audacity or something. So if you're like doing your Blue Oyster Cult cover band remotely, you can do it.
Oh, so it's like a MIDI controller?
Yeah. But it's like with a cowbell. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you hit it, and it doesn't actually make a sound. It just sends the sound via Bluetooth. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to buy electric cowbells for the lot of us, head on over to patreon.com/LinuxGamecast. Select the cowbell option. No, but you can select some other cool options. You can get access to our Discord channel, which you can also get by subbing to us on Twitch, twitch.tv/LinuxGamecast, which you should be watching right here, right now.
No, I'm watching it through this very convoluted setup that only sometimes gets ads because...
Yeah, it's... Yeah, sometimes. You get other stuff like access to the pre-free super shows and that extra hour of podcast. What are we talking about this week? It kind of blew by.
Man, we kind of rolled in. We went a bit more in depth with the Best Buy bullshit with the 30 series. We talked about the Newegg thing, and then we covered a lot of other stuff in between that. But we were just
the game we're going to be throwing chairs at.
Yeah. Less of a unified theme this time around, but still some good stuff. If you want to check that out,
not as geography heavy.
No, if you're an executive producer, you get the live video feed of that as well. So you can watch us, slap ourselves into shape.
Live audio, we do, it's effectively an extra hour of our bullshit each and every week. Yep. If you're into that, you need that in the background. And that's a produced show along with the Live and Uncut series. It's just the middle. This show usually clocks in about an hour, but we're usually here like 3.5 to 4 hours. I have a fully produced version of that, podcast format. So if you need background noise that's Linux related, Linux adjacent with Bluetooth, cowbells, we got you covered.
Gotta get it more cowbell. The other cool thing you can do, that's more of a recent thing with our Discord, is we do Trackmania on Tuesdays and Fridays. So if you want to RSVP for that and get good with some grandpas, the royal we, I'm there for moral support sometimes. Patreon.com/LinuxGamecast. If you don't want to give us a recurring donation, you might want to buy some merchandise, You can head on over to store.linuxgamecast.com, buy yourself a t-shirt, buy yourself some coffee cups, buy yourself a sticker, something. I don't know.
Buy some stickers for your coffee cup. Buy a Hello sticker and put it on your Hello cup. Yeah,
but you got to line it up perfectly so that like when people peel off the sticker, they're just like, "But why did you put a sticker over the thing of the?" Just confound your friends and enemies.
We got some nice die-cast stickers. I mean, the Hello stickers are really nice, and Jordan will attest. These are not. I mean, they're reasonably. All the T-shirts are like right around $20, but it's the highest quality shit that they have. They are not the transparent ones. Yeah, that ones you can see.
The stuff you buy at like Value Village or something that fall apart after 2 washes. Yeah, no, they're decent shirts. Mine's a little small on me now because I'm so fucking huge.
Quadzilla.
We got wish list as well. If you head on over to linuxgamecast.com, put your mouse over the support button. I have one, Ben has one, Pedro has one, Jill has one. You can buy some stuff. If you buy Ben some stuff off the studio wish list, you get your name in lights behind him when it's not obscured by his head. But it'll happen.
Hey, darn man, there's nothing like that.
Yep.
No more Gamatron, no more Aldias, no more Linux Nuru.
Cover that up.
Here's the problem. I'm doing this nonsense. This is like going bowling. Like 2 days from now, I'm like, why the fuck am I sore? Like, oh, right.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to block people's names on a podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey.
I gotta thank Arthurian. He bought me something this week. He got me Source of Madness, which is a Lovecraftian card game. It was on Steam. It wasn't even on my list. I think he just thought I would
No, it's not. I mean, you know the people that watch us. They're like, fuck you, here, play this.
Yeah, I don't know. He threw that at me. I had voiced no interest in it before, but he thought it might be up my alley, so maybe I'll give that a shot. Yeah, I think that does it.
That's pretty decent. I want to thank everybody. Stick around for your names in the credits. We've been doing this for almost a decade, and it's a fun ride. And we're not brought to
You're
you by
all crazy,
mattresses.
but very, very generous, and we appreciate it.
We're a little over a month away from episode 500. That's fucked up.
495.
That's
wow.
Yeah, no, there's 25 episodes more until we hit 10 years. That's
pretty fucked up. Yeah. Speaking of fucked up, it's the Steam. Right. No, it's not that, but it's still related to Steam.
We're circling back. Yes.
Yeah. Be our guest, print a deck, put your CAD skills to the test. Files now available. Hello, good news to all the tinkerers, modders, accessory manufacturers. Yeah, everyone who wants to 3D print a Steam Deck. How much would that cost, by the way? One Pedro Mateus.
See, I went looking, and the surface that I had used was the cheapest one that I could find. £145 for
how much? How much is the printer, though? How much is the printer? Did you buy the printer?
200.
Yeah, the printers they start at around 200.
You can
print two and make a profit. Yeah,
you can get the printer that's going to come with the bullshit cheap PLA that comes with it, and for like £200. So
yeah.
Make of that what you will.
No, it's 145, which is like 200 pounds off of the actual thing. No.
Okay, I would have shopped around. No, you're thinking to yourself, I wouldn't download a deck. Yeah, you would. And this is a great way to do it because this is licensed. Good guy, Valve. Valve being Valve. Creative Commons license. So just do with this as ye will. I look forward to deck chucks. So that, that build, whoever comes up with that's going to be fucking hilarious. And the one option, if you steal this from me, at least give me like 8% royalty so I can put it back in like show coffers. Do you remember the original Game Boy? All of us had immediate fond memories when I brought this up. With your Game Boy with its backlit, you had to have that accessory. So what I want to see is a clip-on device that slides over the screen and magnifies it because fucking reasons with the fold-out speakers and some RGB lighting to make shit blink. That's what I want. I want that attachment.
And just needs to consume your battery. Yeah, and I mean, right now the blueprints here are only handy if you want to do some case swap mods. But it's also now that we have the physical form factor and dimensions of it, it'd be interesting to see what kind of replacement motherboards or parts people can come up with. Because it really does seem like Valve wants people to like go nuts with it. They really want to make this their platform.
Well, my immediate thought, everybody's thinking like extrusion printing. I'm like, you know what? I got access to a CNC machine, like a good one. Like I could build a steel deck.
You could. Yes.
My deck could be shiny.
Yes.
You can make just full aluminum billet Steam Deck.
No, and then like go to the Steam Deck support forums to be like, start running on this thing, and you just show a picture of it. It's like a block of metal. It looks like.
Okay, Pedro.
Yeah, no, the sound went weird for me. I guess it still sounds fine. As long as
I don't
talking,
know, like Jordan's audio flipped out. That was
oh, okay. So it wasn't just me, right?
No,
cool.
no.
Right.
No, you're back, Jordan. Well,
okay.
I mean, you've got a little too excited. And,
I guess I did.
You got a little Lovecraftian on us, man. We were worried about Big Bird showing up and opening the gates of hell. But what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, like, you should like get the metal 3D printed Steam Deck and then like post on the support forums being like, games don't run on this thing anymore. What the fuck? and then when people ask what's wrong, you show them a picture of just like this MILF block of metal.
Yeah, it's like, I'm trying. I tried to press the buttons, but they don't go down, and nothing shows up on screen. It's just metal.
Oh man, yeah. It just you're gonna see like drink attachments, gravity bongs, little things. It's it should be interesting. Do you think you get like a fold out thing for like oh man, the Nintendo VR thing, man. We could put like a tripod attachment.
Yeah, the virtual boy. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no. You need to pair that with that USB-C HTC headset, right? That they say is not going to work with the deck, but
Well, you see, this is going to make it a lot easier to put like the Velcro straps on the back, so I can just ratchet it around and like, there we go. Yeah. So realistic.
I'm looking for like a built-in toilet kickstand, so you can just be like, Sit down.
The table. No. Speaking of like extrusion, you can reverse that and like put a TV tray in with that depression in it and like just click it in place.
Oh man.
No, let your creative juices flow, or your destructive juices, whichever happens to be your
or
thing.
your 3D printer juices, because that's what they run on.
Yeah.
Juice.
See, this is the reason I've avoided buying the 3D printer, because I love this part of living in this timeline, like right now, where it's that reality of like, oh man, I can just print. It's not even that like, oh, I cracked it or something happened, and like, okay, worst case scenario, I send it out and just get another one printed. Yeah.
But you're gonna need some games for your 3D printed Steam Deck, and so SpicyLobster.itch.io has an interesting solve to a problem. You may have seen ads for game design schools like Full Sail University or a couple of them. They're fucking rackets. They're crunch labs. They feed students directly into game studios so that they can be abused and burned out, and the cycle continues anew. So these guys are like, well, there's got to be a better way. And so what this is it's the Open Game Dev School. It's an agreement between like-minded developers and publishers to create something of a talent incubator. The description they give kind of reminds me of like game making apprenticeship programs, because, you're learning while working on a real product and, potentially getting paid for it if you're on one of those products. And, apprenticeship is a really good teaching methodology. It's been in place in humanity for thousands of years, and lots of people have learned stuff through apprenticeships. And I think especially...
Yes, Jordan, but you're not going to be able to pass the standardized test with your apprenticeship.
Yes. Standardized test, the be-all, end-all for success of...
Human knowledge, yes.
Yes.
Let's determine knowledge the exact same way for literally everyone, because everyone is the same.
Fill in the hole.
But here's the thing though. Like, I think specifically for game development, it is definitely one of those things where you can't really learn it in a classroom setting, because you really need to embed yourself in the game design process and constantly iterate, and you don't really get that in a classroom setting. So having some developers and publishers come together to like create this talent incubator is going to be really good for like the future of gaming. And right now you can contribute to an existing gaming project, or if you're a company who wants to develop some talent, you can toss your game in with theirs. And I don't know, they have a couple things on the go. I'm interested to see how it turns out once it starts like evolving and iterating, because there isn't a graduation thing. They're not saying we're going to give you a degree. This is a place where you can go and learn how to make games and refine those skills.
Yes. Now, here's the thing, though. I would like to rewind everyone's memory back to the night that, like, hey, doesn't Fish Fight, that Rust game, have online multiplayer? Yes, of course. So there was a solid 30-minute dedicated block of the show of us updating Rust, compiling things, getting it up and running. Pedro, how did that work out again?
It didn't. It was grayed out.
It still says it's a fully playable game on their GitHub. So I want to know if they're going to have any focuses, maybe a little bit of focus on communication. I think might be a good idea in this new school. As Jordan pointed out, there is no graduation day. Faculty, volunteer teachers, 6 active game projects available for students. I like the idea. Right now, this is 100% idea. Hop in the Discord if you got some thoughts on that, because I'm going to put a little bit more faith in this once I start seeing something that rhymes with curriculums laid out. I do have a little bit of experience with this because, up until that X-Men movie came out in Dark Phoenix came out in 2019 and caused like everything to get shut down. Couple of times a year, usually 3 or 4, kind of like a quarter. I do an introductory Linux class, like KDN Live, GIMP, just basic stuff like that. And like laying out a curriculum, like what do you expect at what point to get good at is interesting to manage, because you have to do that with each individual person. And I wonder, like, just the thought of like remote education as somebody like trying to teach that scares the shit out of me.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to go about it.
It definitely requires, and I have some like I guess anecdotal experience, because there's a kid in the house who has to do distance learning because of the COVID, right? Like so yeah, like there's definitely some like core assumptions in the way that teaching is done that like needs to be adjusted for online space. I think Khan Academy is a very good model, but that's we need to save that for pre-super shows and where we talk about the perils of online education. It's not a conversation for Linux Gamecast.
I do like the idea. I saw some comments coming by in chat, like unpaid internship. At a certain age, when you're interested in something, like the ability to work on a moving product, or at least to be product adjacent, is very, very invaluable. Like,
yes.
We're not talking about like, I'm going to quit everything right now and go work on a game for free or something like that. If that's your jam, I get it. But I'm talking about, getting them young and actually getting hands-on experience.
Mm-hmm.
And you got an option. You might be making some money from this. So we just got to see how it plays out. It sounds like a brilliant idea.
And it is a learning opportunity because, yes, not having a defined structure like that also gives you the freedom to say, do that while you're doing something else. You just happen to have a couple hours in a day and you get into that and you get with those people and get it going.
One other thing that they don't really teach you in formalized education scenarios is actual group project development, because what you do in school is not how you actually contribute to a project in the real world. And so having, like Ben said, being adjacent to an in-motion project that you actually have to interface with and produce stuff for will give you that skills. It's going to be a bit of a baptism by fire, but you're either going to get that in the education space, or you're going to get that when you get your first job and you realize, oh, fuck, I got to actually interface with people. And
yeah, it's like having that skill set, and some people do not survive first contact with that. We call them professors. I got friends like that, man. But I mean, it works for them, and it's very, very invaluable. The trial by fire is a perfect way of explaining that, and this is like traditionally something that if you want to dial it back, this was something that you would pay for the opportunity to do. It was like, yes, let me pay you money to come work for you for free.
Yeah.
So if we
that's pretty much what Full Sail is, right? Like,
yeah. Well, I'm just talking about the apprenticeship programs throughout recorded history.
Yeah, but you still get paid. In
higher education in a nutshell as well. It's like, I'm going to pay you money so you can teach me how to do things.
Well, I mean, I'm going back to like Middle Ages, man. It's like families like, I'm going to pay this whoever master of whatever. All right, now you go live with this person for 7 years and learn the trade.
Modern apprenticeships, you do actually get paid for them. So
some of them.
Yes.
the ones you should be apprenticing for. If you're doing a lot of hard work and not getting paid for it, you might be a slave.
Well, I mean, it all kind of boils down and depends. I mean, I will say
getting exploited.
I was on a very early pilot program in secondary school as a youth apprenticeship program, and I worked and I got paid, but they paid me minimum wage, and I was managing a team.
Oh boy,
yeah.
That's always fun.
So. You make of that what you will. Ozone,
let's talk about dongles.
Zon?
Dongles.
How do you pronounce the X in, do we call it X1 or just zone? I want to call it zone.
Zone.
Oh man, there needs to be a Cal version of it so we can have calzone.
Zone. Do a little Hebrew style.
What is it? You never heard about it, man? This is that driver you need if you are scared of the Bluetooths and the Wi-Fi's with the brain worms and causing your pinky toes to fall off. But if you like to live that corded life, a couple of new things in this driver for Linux. Compatibility, a couple of new vendors. I didn't know Turtle Beach was still around. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Creators of sound cards from way back in the day. A couple of new things in this latest version. Fully featured drivers for the wireless dongle. That's kind of nice to have. Guide button for LED mode control, USB remote wake up apps, all this other stuff. Now, I was reading through this, and this is the kernel level driver for the Xbox One. In the Xbox Series XJS YOLO swag, I spent $200 on a controller.
Scott did.
Yeah, well, hi Scott. Well, Scott's got the old one. He doesn't have the more in it. He might. He might. I don't want to talk any smack. The only thing, my biggest takeaway from this, it's got DKMS for your kernel, so I mean, build once and it'll do its thing. Is I don't want to live that wired life if it's this much work. I'm just like pair. Done. Okay.
Well, so here's the thing. There is, if you want to use Bluetooth, you still got to use XPad Neo. This is just for the official wireless.
Okay, you say that, and you're 100% right. But that caused me the Expando. I went and looked at the instructions for that, and they're like, yeah, sync it. You're done.
Okay. I mean, like it's the same thing with it's a little bit of the same thing with the DualShock 4, right? Like we have the kernel level driver now. Before it was just working fine over Bluetooth with the.
And Sony provided the actual kernel level driver for the DualSense. Okay, thanks, Sony.
Yep. I see TechLink. You posted that they do have the. I don't know for the headset, but they got the microphone and audio stuff working with.
Yeah, they have the. This one supports the headset. I don't know if XPadio does, but this
it also supports the share button if you want to post your games to Facebook or Meta or Metaverse. I don't know.
Are we good with it?
I think.
I think so. I'm trying to figure out how to transition to Nikari, Nave.
Don't know. There's something about SpaceX, but no.
Give me some space, Pedro.
This is
Bitch, give me an airlock. I'll hook you up.
That sounds nice right now. Just getting sucked out.
This is a fork of Nav or Nave or however you want to say that name. It is basically the developers wanted to do some specific things, some specific changes to the interface, some specific changes to the mechanics of the game, and well, the Nave developers are like, we don't really want to do that, but hey, it's open source, so they forked it and they implemented those changes themselves, and they provided an app
like
image.
A wall of text describing interface changes without a fucking picture.
Yep.
They use American spellings instead of British ones. Oh, we have nothing against extra U's, but go fuck yourself, England.
Yeah, they have the very extensive list, and I read through most of it. Admittedly, by the end, I was just reading a bit diagonally. It's like, okay, what? Anything interesting? No. Oh, app image. I'm gonna download that. I'm gonna give it a try. Yeah. Downloaded the app image. It works very nice. Love the background music. The background music was really nice, but I also went back and did Control F and searched for music, searched for background, searched for soundtrack, searched for just sounds, and 0 results. So I'm guessing that was inherited from Nav, Net.
Yeah,
however you say that.
One interesting thing about this is it. Like Pedro mentioned, it's a fork, but it's a friendly fork actually. It seems to be there's some back and forth with the features now that they saw it implemented in Nikari. They're like, oh yeah, now that we see it, let's go bring this back. Yes. So you know what? It's good to see like actual healthy relationships between forked projects. So like, we want to do a different thing. Cool, have fun.
It's that relationship that you described. Like, that's a stupid idea. That's a horrible. Oh, wait, they already did all the work. Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? We'll consider bringing that into our project.
Yeah.
Although the mind test people could learn a couple of things, but hey,
shut up. Give them their knives back. Put them back in the circle. Let them go.
They're square knives because they're made out of voxels. So
yeah, it's a gift that keeps on giving, man. They're bruised up, but I mean, no one's dead. Not even gonna lose an eye. So Wine has got some new hotness out this week, up to and including
versions 7.2, which does have a new mono engine version. So if you are using something that requires mono, you now have version 7.1.1, which almost brings it up to parity with the current .NET on Windows, but not really.
Very nice.
There's some beginnings of a WMA decoder, which is very nice, but we're going to need some WMV to go along with that. That's still one of the things that's very much missing. The Windows Media platform is very, very lacking in Wine right now, but I'm glad that they're working on it.
Yeah, and, right now the workaround involves downloading a bunch of code that they don't have permission to use, kind of, sort of. So
literally downloading Windows Media Player effectively.
Both of you are burying the lead in 7.2 because I would
yes, of course.
I would like to report the Half-Life CD version menu refuses to work after a while.
Yeah, you gotta let it. You gotta sit there for an hour.
You gotta wait this shit out. Not only do you have to have Half-Life at the CD version, a CD-ROM possibly. You gotta have patience. So this is a bug that has been fixed in 7.2, and I just want to thank the brave souls out there that this was somebody had this issue. I want to believe somebody's out there just looking for obscure bullshit and like, let's just put this game in and let it run for a minute and see if it's
I'm going to stare at the menu screen for 30 minutes to see if it stops working.
Right. And when I say something like, oh, you're making a funny joke, not really, because this stuff is important because this undercover, this will reveal issues with other things down the line. I mean, this is like the wine project in a nutshell, just working all the stuff back. So,
yeah, because it's all about accuracy for the wine project. That's why they're not using DXVK. That's why they're not using a bunch of the other enhancements that Proton is using, is because Wine's main concern is we need to be able to run Windows code exactly the way Windows runs it.
Doing a better job at running legacy Windows products than Microsoft.
Yeah, fair. Not so great at the web design though, but can't be good at everything.
That's because you need to upgrade.
There's theming improvement.
Well, yeah. So now XP Silver looks good. Is that what the?
Did XP have a silver theme?
XP did have a silver theme. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
and it's more about the actual integration with your theme that you have set on your distro, which it didn't have before. But yes, they've been working very hard to.
Okay, hang on.
If your Linux does not look like XP Silver, you're doing it wrong.
I'm trying to draw from very, very old memories. Okay, XP was the big green start button, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
the Tonka interface.
The sausage one. Yeah.
Didn't it have an option to go like
only instead of blue, it was silver.
Didn't it have an option to go to like Windows 2000 mode, like adult mode? Yeah. Okay. All right. Fine. Yeah. So that's neat. That's wonderful. And is that it?
Yeah. Hopefully in about 5 minutes, we'll see the Proton GE release for that, and we'll miss it this week. Coming up next, Darkness imprisoning me, but I can still see in 4x3.
What does it do? Why is it here?
Absolute horror. Seriously, what the fuck what's the point?
And a Gameatron, you already have that. You just need to run it in the Windows subsystem for Linux.
I wouldn't, though. That disk I/O there is still poo-poo. It's like, I have a solid-state drive. Why do I feel like I'm running it off a 5400 RPM drive off of USB 2? This is ridiculous.
Hey, show titles, vote.linuxgamecast.com. First place, Metal Hoisting Lizard. Second place, Zune 3, the Zuning. Twitch Bridge, you don't count. We've been over this. Brotron, Buns of Steel. All right.
No cover in peanut butter.
Big Dick Recron. 3D Printer Juice. Bullshit Moon Future, Butt Farm Cash Cow. Double check. 4-packs coming. That's confusing. I like that.
Tim Sweeney is a pirate operating system.
The TSPOS.
Yeah. Sweenos.
Oh,
that
yeah,
sounds
man.
That sounds dirty.
No, man. It's the Team Sweeney POS. POS.
Yeah. Sweenos.
Pirate operating system. Yar.
Pirate operating system, POS. So you could just shorten it down to Tim Sweeney is a POS.
No, that's just your rampant hatred filling in the blanks. His insatiable lust for grumpiness.
I am grumpy. I'm grumpy because that idiot is an influencing force in the world of video games.
Then why don't more people use this game engine?
The one that he's not directly involved in with developing anymore. That one.
Yeah, like the Unreal thing that he's CEO of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the one that he technically manages, but he's not actually developing. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, because that makes him the guy that makes the fucking decisions for it, Pedro. That's how shit works. I mean, I can pretend to understand your confusion here, but I might have to squint. Maybe with just one eye open.
I want that guy to be discredited. I want something dirty to come out about him so we can all just move on and stop listening to Tim Sweeney.
Don't listen to Tim Sweeney, man. Like, you...
It's kind of hard when he keeps inferring things.
Don't give Sweeney free rental in your brain meats, man.
Yeah, living rent free in that brain of yours. Listen, the only time I think about Tim Sweeney is when we have to talk about him on the show.
That's it.
It's like, oh yeah, Tim Sweeney exists. I forgot about that guy.
He said another stupid thing about Linux. Fuck's sake, fine.
I mean, listen, 90% of the content that we do on this show is responding to people saying dumb shit about Linux. So, and most of the time it's one of us. So,
we do talk about Linux a lot. So there's
Pedro, look at it this way. You're somebody's Tim Sweeney.
You're Strider's Tim Sweeney.
Probably. Huh? No, Jordan, I think you're taking that crown recently.
Oh no, I didn't.
You're the one who's been arguing the most with them.
It's the argument belt. It's the engagement belt. It's, you gotta like, you just can't like, foster an animal and leave it caged up. You gotta exercise it every now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it active.
Sometimes I'm bored and I look at my watch and I'm like, okay, I got 15 minutes to kill.
We all get games. Like, I don't engage unless I got time. Preferably, I'm in here doing something and I see that the mobile icon is up next to the. And I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah, make them type with their thumbs.
Oh no, my gamification is to make that mobile icon disappear. And they gotta switch to computer. Yeah. No, yeah, if you see me getting in an argument with Strider in the middle of the day, it's because it's a slow day at work and I'm killing some time. Welcome to our Discord. All right, so we got this. Let's see if things are loaded up. That's loaded
I need
up.
to pee. I'll be back.
Good. Let's go.
Nope. Spoilers.
Right. Okay. It's cute when I switch these very fast. I remember that, like, there's the CPU and hard drive behind this bullshit. And it's like, right?
Lurch forward.
Bring. Man, I'm so sick of eating beans. I'm going to finish those beans. Been having a lot of beans. No, pinto beans. Yeah, there's only so many things you can do with pinto beans, man.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Right, you're doing Mexican, or you're doing some type of like soup, or you're having some chili, man, and you can only rotate those so many ways. And you can't eat a lot of pinto beans at one time.
Yeah, they're filling.
Yeah. They're not very calorie dense either. It's like 400 units a cup.
Usually my bean of choice is black beans.
I like black beans, but I'll eat too many. Chili soup?
It's watered down chili. It's watered down chili. Let's be real.
Is that a real thing?
Yes, it is, and it's watered down chili.
Chili soup? It's
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like you need the thick chili, right? Like
you need chili.
Yeah. It's just a giant brick of like mashed up beans and vegetables that sits in your stomach. And yeah. Chevy Pinto ice cream.
Okay.
It's I'm okay. If we're gonna reduce it that way, yeah.
I don't know. Player 3 is about to enter the fucking chat.
Yeah.
We'll see what Pedro has to say about that. What defines chili soup? Chili soup may contain beans, meats, and such. It's like, I don't know, chili. Okay, this is getting philosophical. All right, come on.
This is why we needed Yahoo Answers, damn it. Damn it, Yahoo. Why did you kill it? How are we supposed to know?
So, there's Quora now.
Yeah, there's the first half of a fucking answer on Quora now is what there is. Yeah, I lost to the ages, bitches. Okay, Pedro, what's the difference between chili and chili soup?
I think the soup is more watery or moist.
You got to get more creative than that, man. Because you're like, hey, this chili, but I'm like, fucking pour one out at it. And they're like, nah, bitch, that's chili soup. No,
yeah.
I think tomato is like one of the core components of calling it chili. If it doesn't have tomato in it, you can't really call it chili.
I don't know. This is like the whole thing of like when it became a bit of a trend of like iced coffee. I thought there was something more to this because people ordering iced coffee. I'm like,
No, it's just cold coffee.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just
I
coffee
was with a friend and we were out and she's like, oh, to get an iced coffee. I'm like, I'm coming in with you. I got to put it into this. You know, it was one of those things I didn't care enough about to ask. And I'm like, all right, so this is fucking ice. It was shredded ice, but yeah. And we get wrecked.
It's just a coffee slushy, which is nice.
Well, I mean, air quotes around coffee. I mean, yes, coffee was a component, but we're probably talking less than 10% between everything else that was layered in it with whipped cream. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well,
Oh, no, see, that's a little too much. Just dark coffee with some ice slush. Yeah, it's fine.
So my breakfast lately is I do like a cup of coffee with some ice, some whey protein and some collagen protein, and a little bit of cream, and it mixes up pretty good. And it's protein coffee, right? Like it goes down
if you
smooth
want
and
to
it
do
shuts my stomach up.
the cold brew, yeah, buy cold brew.
I bought
regular
cold brew.
coffee.
I will drink cold coffee as a punishment for letting the coffee get cold. That is my drink of shame. I'll do the same with tea, but I will never intentionally take a perfectly functioning warm or hot, preferably hot cup of coffee and or tea and fuck with it in that way.
Yeah, I don't usually like cold coffee. If I have coffee that has gone cold, I will put it in the microwave for a minute and then.
I mean, I usually, because there's usually just like a shot left. I'm like, fucking clink. And
no, what ends up happening is that this is usually coffee number 3 or 4 that I like got partway through and then I got distracted and then.
That you put down and you didn't look at it for a while. It's like, oh shit.
See, I think I fear part of your issue is you're a multi-cup household. Like, I'm walking around with this, or I'm walking around with like my.
I mean, like
singular.
These are my cups.
Okay,
this is my multi-cup setup.
Well, you're the one that were telling me about
This
the
is
cup
my
table.
cup.
So
Singular.
don't fault me.
Yes. No, Lonnie is the big cup user.
Okay.
Yeah, she has most of the mugs in here are hers.
Asserting dominance or what? Just
yeah.
Like,
Mug dominance. Listen. I regularly get mugged. They like hold me up. They point a knife at me. Like, give me all your money. I'm like, okay, Mr. Coffee Cup, here you go. And then they let me live.
Hey man, listen, you do you. I'm just saying, like, talking coffee cups, I'd be down on that. I'm not seeing a downside to this situation.
Wait, is the coffee their piss or their blood, though?
Listen, I'm just saying coffee mugs looking for a fucking scrap. That keep you entertained in the afternoon. Like, all right, let's do this. Dunkin' Donuts chili? I'm not Googling that. That might actually exist. I'm going to get something to drink, man. And
yeah, no, like,
try a chili donut.
Tim Hortons chili exists. They'll just, like, sell you a bowl of chili, because, like, they can make one pot and leave it on the burner for the entire day, and it tastes like shit, but...
Yeah, no, like the savory things that you typically associate with being sweet and putting like the savory twist on it. I like that. I do.
Is there a Dunkin' Donuts in Chile? Is that the chili donut? Chili Dunkin' Donut? In South America?
North
yeah.
Chile. I mean, the bot is configured properly. You spoke in all caps. It gave you a warning.
Yeah. Calm your tits.
It's like, why are you shouting? We're gonna read it anyway, so.
It's a. Here's a pro tip. If you want your alerts in like Zabbix or Nagios to get a little more urgent, just have them be in all caps, because the last thing you want is your alerting system yelling at you. Like literally yelling at you. Ah! I mean, fuck around and find out, FX boy, right? Like, test this configuration of yours.
Yeah. Chillyville Donuts. Gimme.
Malbert. Oh, that's Mr. Alert. I mean, I guess Malbert is the name of the safety wizard.
That was supposed to be a secret identity. Now everyone knows.
It's not very safe.
Chili cheese donuts. Oh, is that mustard?
No, I think
That's a little too much mustard, if you ask me.
That's cheese. That's like dried cheese whiz.
Oh, okay. It's just cheese squirt. Okay, right, cool.
Yeah, you know where it says chili cheese donuts. I assume the yellow stuff is the cheese.
I don't know, man. That looks like mustard.
Fine, North Ranger. Cheese. CHEEZ. Cheese. Well, there you go, TechLink.
Kudos.
Bonus soda. You
Yeah,
learned
they do
something
say,
from watching.
if you want blue teeth, you need to use the other one.
Yeah, XPad Neo. But here's the thing, TechLink. Congratulations, you are the first person to actually learn something useful from Linux Gamecast. Give them a round of applause, people.
Whoop!
By the way, cult.
Hashtag totally not a cult.
Cult. Cults in chat, boys. I guess we need like a cult emoji in Twitch or something.
Yeah, everyone just typing cult into Jiffy.
Oh, Vanna.
I wonder if you get any like tax deductions for being a cult.
I mean, if we can file for religious status out of Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That they'll let anyone.
Every time I like start thinking about tackling doing the nonprofit paperwork,
Is it just easier to declare ourselves a religion and be done with it?
I mean, man,
It's as it turns out, it's less paperwork, so we're going with the religious option.
all right. I guess we do a reverse Pedro on this because I'm assuming, yep, that is scored like I thought it was going to be. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. Spoiler alert.
So yeah, we're going to start with Pedro, then we'll go to you and
Work our way backwards.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
all right, everyone. Let's get that loaded and good and good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, not a cult. Everyone let me down last week because, like, right in the middle of the chair acquisition, somebody showed up on Twitch. You're like, "What's going on? A bunch of what?" I didn't see cult in all caps start flowing through the chat. And I was like, "What?
Cult.
You just let me down. Let me down."
I was saying we need like a cult emoji in Twitch or something to score.
All right. Yeah, chair acquisition. Our weekly game review. If you are new, we might do it slightly different, some modifications, but you don't notice them unless you squint. Or
Yeah, unless you've been going week to week for like half a decade.
or watch the video version. Then you're like, wait a minute, something's amiss. All right, everyone. Let's do this in 3, 2,
Welcome back to the Sharequisition. This week, we're taking a look at Dark Minute, Hero's Adventure. You might be asking yourself, what is this Sharequisition? And that is where we take a game that runs on Linux. We run it on a bunch of different distributions with, these days, remarkably similar hardware. There used to be bigger hardware delta in the past. Maybe when Intel comes out with the GPU, it'll re-diversify.
But until then... You say this like we're not all going to end up with, like,
Intel GPUs.
Different versions of like
Intel GPUs.
Yeah. Shush you. How dare you speak truth in this most hallowed of segments. Yeah, but we run it on our computers and we give you a final score based on our highly scientific lawn chair metric. From 1 to 4. Dark Minute, Kira's Adventure. It's by Koval Games, done on the Unity engine. You can pick it up for about $10. What is it? Can you help Kira find the answers to her questions? Take on mysterious technology and a thrilling platformer. Meet hundreds of prepared challenges. Learn a great secret and discover the terrible secrets of the past and humanity. We got to thank Koval Games for sending us some keys and also using secrets so much in their secret text of secrets. Pedro, what's your secret score? What's the secret nonsense? Secret distribution.
We'll get to the score in a moment. Yes, over here on the Ryzen 7 3700X with the GTX 1080 running in KDE Neon, it launched out of the box. It holds 144 FERPs at 2560 by 1440. And that's about where the positives stop. The input method is keyboard only, and your character person has very, very sticky movement. Very sticky. Not the good kind of sticky either. Yeah. Some of the checkpoints straight up don't work. They light up, but they don't actually spawn you back when you die. So that's, yeah. The camera zooms in at random points, which I think is a delay from the dying animation, not actually zooming in when you die, but doing it like 2 or 3 seconds later when you've already respawned, which is very disconcerting. And the text and UI elements don't exactly line up. You can see the time to dark is actually, on video, is actually in the right place there. Oh yeah, and that platform, it goes on for a little longer than it should. That's level 2. But the power cells that you see on the top right next to the timer, that's supposed to be on the very top right next to the 3 little pips that indicate the power cells. That's not in the right place. But hey, the fun, is it fun? No, it's not fun. Around level 7, my opinion was firmly cemented that this game is a rage platformer. It's what it looks like. It's just a better looking one than most of the ones that are really low effort and they are all over the Steam store. But yeah, the stickiness of the main character is so prone. It's frustrating. It's actually genuinely frustrating because your character just sticks to walls, and if you're too close to a wall, then you can't jump, which is bad in a platformer. And there's far more technical cock-ups. Let's say there's no controller support. There's no if you trip the death flag multiple times, you get respawned just as many times, so you keep respawning 2 or 3 times after you've already respawned. There's that delay in the zoom from the death cam. The checkpoints that don't really work. The only redeeming quality is that it looks very charming and has very nice background music, which I'm pretty sure I've heard somewhere. But those niceties don't really, give it enough for a second share, so it gets 1.
Yeah, so on Fedora 35 64-bit with the R9 3900X GTX 1080 Ti, it launches out of the box, but you try to wiggle your controller and there's no controller input in the menu, and so you're like, I got a platform with keyboard and mouse, which I normally don't like under the best of circumstances, but oh god, the keyboard controls here are awful. It also did not like my DualShock in wired mode because every time I jumped, it opened up a menu. It also, for whatever reason, the Bluetooth on the DualShock wasn't having it, but Switch Pro controller to the rescue, that worked. But until there was a Bluetooth interruption, and then the controllers don't reconnect due to Steam input. Fun-wise, 40 minutes in, I still don't know what the point of the darkness mechanic is. You know, you have a minute to navigate the levels, and then after that, your lights go out, and it makes the navigation, like, slightly harder, but really, there's, like, shit on the screen. Like, it looks like the game wants to be in 4:3, but they couldn't figure out how to do that. So these big metal panels just in the middle of the screen until the lights go out, just to make things even more fucking confusing. And I don't know. The darkness thing only seems to affect your score. And I guess for speedrunning, that's nice, but for a casual playthrough, there isn't really much like mechanical enforcement to this whole minute thing. The difficulty curve does ramp up, and you know, you will need to get better at the platforming to move forward. Like Pedro says, it gets a little bit in the rage platformer territory like that, especially when you're on a clock. But here's the thing though, the platforming, it's serviceable at best. We have so many platformers out now that you need to have something to distinguish your game from the myriad others that exist. And in this game, it was the time limit thing, but the time limit thing has no real tangible effect. You're looking at it right now. Like, you can still navigate the game, no problem. And yeah, it's not super challenging. It's just fucky. And yeah, after a while, the zoom cam fucks up if you've died enough. And yeah, it's great because you'll be walking around and then zoom in real close. And then it'll zoom out randomly. And then it'll zoom back in and then you die. Yeah, I'm not having fun with this. I'm going to give it 1 chair.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. All right, so let's give it the real test on the Linux distribution that you can't possibly game on the CPU that you can't possibly game on. What do I have? I got Debian 11.
You need a custom kernel.
Yes, custom kernel, by the way.
So you're a cheater. Got it.
100%, man. I'm hacking like 7 easy anti-cheats over here, man. Let me reset my clock while I'm thinking about it. Okay, but for reals, though, yeah, Threadripper 1920X, 32 gigs RAM, NVMe drive, NVIDIA 2060. Probably enough to handle this little guy. Now, first thing, keyboard only. Gamepad mapped to keyboard. That's not what I like to see when I first open a game. More on that at 11. But video didn't play on first launch. Like when you first launch, you get like a black screen with some audio. So I went to Proton later on. I'm like, oh, I was supposed to be seeing something there. And then I ran into the tap jump twice with a quickness, and just behold, you get like a delayed double jump. But again, I'll get into these in a second. No cloud saves. No cloud saves. And if you're wondering if your Proton progress would be compatible with your Linux progress, nay, it's not. Now, it does have an option for full screen 2160p and windowed 2160p. That is not resizable, so those are your options for your screen. And Pedro, I'm jealous of your left and right bars on the side of your screen. They're like, why are these fucking things there? You're just looking at them. You're like, whoa, what's the deal? I'm not joking. There's mine.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
They're like 20% of my damn screen covered up by that while I'm playing the entire time. But speaking of fun, my first interaction with the Dark Minute was that keyboard mouse map to controller nonsense pop up. And that tells me you're about to experience one of two things, a byproduct of laziness or technical incompetence. And sometimes you might run into both. You just might. My second moment was it's just discovering the lack of like backtracking in the second level, because it is very easy to not grab the energy cell at the top and work your way down to the bottom, and you're just fucked. You got to restart the level. So it's not a good first impression, so I'm going to say with that. Then I started getting killed to death because my jumps were bad. Initially, I blamed that on me because old, but then I started hammering on the problem like any good person is going to do. Literally hammering on this problem, because pressing jump on the gamepad on my X-Zone 1S that I got over here, if you do it like in succession, is that it? Yeah,
succession.
Succession, yes, that's the word. Real quick, you get that one jump like you normally expect, but then like almost a full second later, you get a second jump. I'm like, that is probably an issue with the keyboard being mapped to the controller. So I naturally reach over and I start hammering on the space bar. Does the same thing. Fine. I'll switch it over to Proton. Same problem. So that's just something you got to live with. And that's kind of an issue in a platformer for me. Now, back to the fun. I did about 30 minutes into this, and during that nonsense, and after a few insta-kills, I just called it quits, man. Having large chunks of my screen, again, this is my screen, cut off on the left and right with the dodgy jumping, that's a nope parfait. It's just like, so much shit doesn't make sense here. I get the feels that this is reverse programmer art. You know, sometimes we've had people on the show and they're like, yeah, man, it's my game. I like it. It's full of programmer art. And like, that's acceptable, you know, reverse programmer art. Cause I look at this and I mean, it looks good and sounds all right, but technically it's kind of 100% a shit show. I mean, you could power your way through it, but anything that might be deemed as a challenge in this game, I don't think was necessarily intentional. So that needs to be tweaked up before I could say you could have any fun with this whatsoever. And I really wanted to like this. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and it's just not there. And to speak to Pedro and Jordan's point, yeah, I have no idea what the dark thing does. None. I never encountered. Yeah. I read in the forums that like maybe later on you encounter monsters. I don't know. The only monster I really encountered was, oh, look, the bats, insta-kill. Like everything else.
Bats.
the bats and the, I barely came in proximity to a spike. I did.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And there's some collision detection issues with the jumping with like blocks that are going vertical and horizontal. That one, I mean.
Or the elevator platforms.
Yes. Yeah. I mean.
Or that one that you saw earlier with character floating in midair.
Very, very, very serious issues that need to be addressed in something when the core mechanic is platforming. So
yeah, you might want to get that in shape for a Steam Deck release. You got a little under a month.
Gotta say no with that. And also, what's with the power level and the card thing, like in the middle of the damn screen up at the top, right? Like.
Yeah, it seems like they wanted to do 4x3, but they just couldn't quite figure it out.
And why did the bars move? Like Jordan and I, we really denied a lot of our screen. Pedro, maybe not so much.
I think it's dependent on the resolution. It's not scaling properly. But this is a Unity game, and Unity hasn't really had this problem. Like, look at the text, like time in darkness, and that's in the middle of the screen, while the actual time is at the very top.
Yeah.
There's not much in the way of consistency in the boy here.
Not so much.
Yeah. And the thing that got me the most was Jordan got his achievements. He had unlocked achievements. Both myself and Ven do not.
Until dun dun dun.
Jordan. So I periodically creep on these guys' achievements playing in the game. Like, okay, did I get about as far as Pedro? Did I get about as far as Ven? Just to know where I am in terms of the gameplay. So Pedro had achievements as of like 4:00 in the afternoon today, and they disappeared. So I don't know what the fuck is happening.
What about your achievements?
I have a bunch of them, so I don't.
Yeah, Jordan's achievements are still showing. I never saw any of my achievements. When I saw Jordan was unlocking his, I thought, oh, maybe this is a Steam beta thing. So I dropped out of the beta, played the game, got to the same point. It's like, no, still no achievements.
It erased all your progress. Pedro, your internet penis. What are you going to do?
Oh, man. Well, I hope it doesn't cry when I uninstall it. But yeah, there's that.
Yeah, I was going to make some off-color joke about Dark Minute, but coming up next, we hear back from the one Google Stadia fan.
Ooh, found one.
What do they say? Find out Loon. Find out soon.
Find out Loon, Project Loon.
What do they say?
I couldn't decide between later and soon, and Loon came out.
Loon? Say
Loon. Yeah. The joys of improvised content. I mean, my dog is Luna. That's also probably why that's in my head.
You know, without having, I mean, it's a low latency kernel on Jackbox. 5.16 it's holding in there. It's usable without the real-time patch set, but.
Yeah, Pedro had a fuck up this time. I heard that one.
I didn't.
I heard it. Maybe it was Sonobus.
Yeah, it could have been some.
Ven had a bunch of drops. I saw that during the chairs. I saw Sonobus going with the drops. Like, oh, that was a network hookup, was it?
It is the custom kernel Gamotron. I'm running it in my brain, and I didn't include the memory module. Where am I? Who are you people? What is this?
Hey, if you want to vote on some show titles, vote.linuxgamecast.com. It looks like Metal Hoisting Lizard is going to take this one. We got Proton. Don't copy that floppy. Bullshit move here, true.
All right, I need more tea. I'll be right back.
Patiently forgetting. You know what? I'm just going to throw that one in. All right, so we got the 8 mil segment. Then we're going to play some tanks.
Yeah.
That's going to kind of be first come, first serve because we can only do 8 players, and that's going to probably fill right the fuck up.
Yep.
Yep. That's all right. That's fine.
There's not a lot in the way of like big capacity games.
Yes, there are, but you have an aversion to wheels.
I do. And golf. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like Trackmania. I'm fine with Tux Start.
Tux Start?
Yeah. That tardy Tux. I want to fuck that penguin.
Oh, man, he's so sour.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour penguin.
Sour Patch Penguins.
Oh.
That's where my brain went.
That's dark, man. I was just thinking about chopping them up and serving them as food.
No, you gotta like you gotta encase them in gelatin and sugar.
Oof. Now you've made everyone at home wonder what penguin tastes like.
Chicken, probably.
I don't know. I mean,
Bird kind of just kind of tastes the same.
It's not like I'm on Google looking up barbecue penguin. I'm totally on Google looking up barbecue penguin. No, Google, I'm not joking. I'm looking for recipes.
Well, you can look up that stuffed camel recipe.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, serves 50 to 100 pound of black pepper, yeah.
See, everybody's trying to be cute. And they're like, oh, here's the penguin shape. And I'm like, no, let's dice one up. See, I mean, I'm not getting very... I'm trying to find barbecue penguin. This is going to bullshit Google's giving me, man. Right. I'm not being very helpful at Google's.
You might try barbecue South American penguin, because they do have those South American ones. Some folks might eat that.
When they're not enjoying some fresh...
Capybara? Yeah.
Not capybaras, though. Chinchilla? No.
Guinea pigs?
Guinea pigs, yes. So how do you hunt penguins? Do you go fishing for them, or just like walk up and just grab them because they don't have any, like?
Well, I mean, you saw that episode of Futurama, right? You just get your gun and try not to give them the guns, because then they'll start shooting at you.
See, Kentucky Fried Seagull sounds like something you'd look up on Urban, and it would give you a definition.
KF Seagull.
KF Seagull. What?
Yeah, see, KF Seagull sounds like something out of fucking Grand Theft Auto.
It sounds like a parody movie with what's his name? Seagal.
Yeah, Steven Seagal.
Yeah. Pixar, make it happen. Did anybody watch the trailer for the Buzz Lightyear thing?
Yeah, it looks okay.
It looks all right. Maybe a little too much.
I'm getting a bunch of
what?
I'm getting some drops from you off Sonobus.
All right, disconnect,
like
reconnect.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if that fixed it.
Which I had to hook up. Wow.
Alright.
Don't worry, we're recording it all locally.
Yep. Crank it up that jitter buffer.
Yes, you did, Michael. That's why I've been talking about Kernel 516 all night. Would anybody like to know the timestamps of when they occurred? We had a juicy one at 43:19:15.
Ooh.
Oh, but not to be outdone by the one at 37:18 on the dot, splitting that arrow. A couple around 29 and 830. But yeah, I'm going to say all in all, without a full RT patch set, that's pretty impressive considering what I'm asking it to do, you know? Mm-hmm. Like for desktop audio with Jack? Piece of cake.
Yeah. Yeah, for the amount of shit I'm running off it, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. No issues.
What's in that? I think that may be a book bag. I don't know. Can't keep track of these things. So we got that, and that. And do I have this loaded? Do we have the hate mail loaded? Yes, we do. And, hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes. What turned into making tea and going for a piss also involved getting Nori a glass of water.
Also, okay. I thought that was going to end very differently. Accidentally involved me peeing into the kettle and boiling it.
A glass of water?
Yes.
What do you do with a glass of water?
You drink it.
That sounds horrible. Did you at least
Yeah,
blend it?
I don't know why you wouldn't.
No, not blended. Not even boiled. Just water.
Mm. 300 hertz. I mean, the only reason I do a 1000 hertz is because I have two MIDI controllers that are control surfaces that flip out after about 45 minutes of recording. That 1000 hertz timer. Because unless you tell Jack to do something different, it's not even going to use your system timer. You got to know the moon cliffs. Try to make it use the HPET timer. Go ahead, fight it. But I think the best solution is to download the licorice kernel or whatever that bullshit is.
Licorice?
Or something. I don't know. I see that in audio forms all the time, and I'm like, no.
The Zen licorice kernel, they advertise it as the closest thing to real time without being real time.
Then it's not real time.
It's fake time.
See, this week I'm in my ever continuing quest to turn Jackbox into a fuck-mothering appliance. I was experimenting with Make Yes module.
Yeah, I saw you asking about that, and I did a little bit of reading there, and I'm like, I guess it's like two different avenues to the same thing.
Right. And I mean, like, this thing's been around forever. Like, if you ever want to, like, make sure you have all the hardware you plan on using, like, plugged in and booted. And you could do a kernel compile where it's only going to use the modules that are loaded, and it'll skip building everything else, or you can build it directly into the kernel. Which works great. I wouldn't recommend it for a desktop, but something like Jackbox. But I was curious as to if is there in modern day, is there any advantage whatsoever as opposed to building directly into the kernel or just building a module?
I think these days module's probably best because if like the init RAM disk will try to do some detection to load the modules you do need, which just keeps your footprint generally smaller. I think there's like a performance hit, but it's like negligible. Like,
yeah.
Oh no, you have to go look up a thing in a table.
But at this point, I'm Negligible's a valid target.
Yeah.
Like, will it affect performance in any meeting? Nope. But you know what?
I just do the good old make old config.
You know what? I don't.
Because I know the old config worked. So.
What I will do is I download the kernel, then I will pop over to my boot directory and just yoink whatever config, most recent config. That's where I use that as my base, and I load that in, because I do make Xconfig. I like my little GUI window where I can control F shit and get all my little pieces together.
What, you don't like going through the kernel config line by line and looking up?
I've done that. All that does is that evolves into everything getting built with Y.
Yep. Just hold down that button.
And put a coin in there, wedge it in, and hold it.
Get the dippy bird, like Homer.
All right. Hey, let's blow this thing on. Let's put a bow on it. We'll be out before 11 o'clock. Then we can head to our true passion, which is tanks.
Yes.
It is a surprisingly nice game, yes.
Good, simple gameplay. Ample shit talking.
Yeah.
I hope that guy from last week got his refund.
Yeah. It's like, but it's like we don't control the bot. Like it's all Twitch and Patreon, right? Like.
Mm-hmm.
That, you
know,
know,
Twitch and Discord, effectively.
Or yeah, Twitch and Discord.
Yeah, it's like Twitch and Discord, and that's a really good filtering test right there. It's like, you know what? Everything probably worked out for the best in this situation.
You couldn't figure that out. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, hate mail 495. Coming to you in 3. Into.
That was very hot tea that I just put in my mouth. If there are words that say came out of my mouth during the show that you thought were particularly deserving of some hatred, by all means, go to linuxgamecast.com, hit the contact button on the nav bar at the top, and fill out the form. There's some caveats you might want to read.
I'm shopping for cowbells. Like, I'm not even fucking around. I'm like looking at cowbells.
You can, if you find a Bluetooth-enabled cowbell, you need to tell us about it.
You know what? I set my expectations accordingly. I searched for USB cowbell. Disappoint.
Shame.
Maybe there isn't a USB one, but there's most definitely got to be a Bluetooth one now. But yeah. The form is fairly self-explanatory. The caveats at the top also help explain. If for some reason you're clicking that button and your thing is not coming through, yeah, probably missed one of them. So, yeah, LGC Weekly is the show that you want to send your hate mail to. Or you can send Van and Jill some feedback for the Wednesday show. You can ask Jordan for relationship advice. Or try literally any of the other categories, including the other category.
Smash those button. Bam. So last week we dared talk about, we broke the news. No one expected this. This came out of nowhere. Shock among shock, horror among horrors to the gaming industry as a whole. That Google Stadia was effectively going away as we know it. And Google's rebranding it as a white label service, and like AT&T and other companies can like rent some Stadia to deploy whatever they want. Someone took issue with that. They did. Enrique. You want to take this one, Jordan?
I was going to ask who's going to do it. I'll do it. Enrique says, I think this news is nonsense. Google released a few months ago a Stadia apps for LG and Samsung TVs. I think this kind of news is hate to feed the console war. Yes. Google has the Play Store and YouTube, each with billions of users, in which it signaled that it will integrate Stadia with it. Selling games in the future, cloud gaming is just the beginning, and the guys are living in an anxiety crisis. Google responded on Twitter to these speculations. If you hear one thing, hear this. The Stadia team is working really hard on a great future for Stadia and cloud gaming, which, I know, to me seems like, yeah, we're going to go sell our tech to Peloton so they can make better bikes.
There's a couple of ways to read that. Yeah, I mean, we're talking like before or after they closed down their gaming studio. I mean, they're sending signals, man, like the big red cones at the airport of like, yo, this is what we're doing. And that's what they said, the Stadia team, what is left of them, since the guy in charge of it left, they are working really hard on trying to get some ROI on that investment. But what do we have here, Pedro? Do we have somebody that is just a genuine fan of Stadia? Because I know I've said multiple times, I mean, like it or not, the future of game deployment will be some form of streaming. And is this somebody that's just really bought into Stadia?
It makes sense.
Is this somebody with hundreds of dollars of games in Stadia in the position that we all looked at and went, Stadia goes away, your games go away?
Yeah. Probably. This is probably like the sunk cost fallacy / Stockholm syndrome kicking in, because they probably invested a lot of money, and now clearly the platform is not doing terribly well, and they will refuse to admit it until Google does what Google does and pulls the plug on the thing, which I guess Enrique here is going to learn the hard way why you don't do that with Google.
Is that Enrique in Portuguese?
Yes. It is a heavily Portuguese pronunciation. Enrique.
I don't know. I mean, I definitely...
That's what my grandparents call my dad.
Enrique?
Enrique, yeah.
Is his name Enrique, or they just do it to fuck with him?
I don't fucking know. I don't ask them.
Dad's name's like John.
And my mother's maiden name is.
Oh man. Here's the thing. I mean, this is something that you can go to the GeForce Now subreddit and look at people like doing victory laps if they're able to pay NVIDIA to rent a 3090 for their service to play their games on streaming, and how active that is versus, yes, there's also technically a subreddit for Stadia. I think somebody posted there a couple of times once.
You want to see delusion greater than the AMD subreddit?
AMD, I mean, listen, you're going to deal with this anytime you run into like fans of something, being fans of Linux. And listen, I've been shouted down multiple times of like, dare I point out the realities of Linux sometimes and the negative aspects of things. Oh, this is just reality. I mean, it's outside of our friend Enrique. Is there anyone, as I said last week, not going, can't really believe it's still a thing? Because
Linux Nuru was like that for a while. I remember him just, no, I like Stadia, but I think even he is gonna no.
But like speaking of Stockholm syndrome, though, he spent many years without a solid internet connection, and going back to one and just being like, oh my god, look what I can do with like stable internet.
I thought it was because like his brother's wife worked on the team or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
His brother's sister's former roommate's hairdresser.
Stadia was a cool idea. I mean, listen, if Google was able to deliver in like 6 to 12 months what they showed off in that initial announcement, like, I'm not going to say none of that shit ever made it to Stadia, but about 80% of it just never came.
Most of the actual interesting stuff never
like being able to join your friends in the middle of a game and picking up and all that.
Just export a URL and you'll get to send to that exact same point in time. So you can ask someone to like beat that part for you or whatever.
And
maybe you can do that with Peloton. You can drop in halfway through a bike ride and just do half of it.
But you got to think about it. I mean, this is Google. Google wrote some checks, they did. And it still didn't get any adoption with it. And a lot of it is from people like us. We are part of the problems because fuck Google products. I'm not buying anything that Google puts out hardware wise. I've learned my lesson. Google, you've taught me on multiple occasions that that's a bad idea.
And if you don't have a good internet connection, or if you don't have like reliable internet connection, then the service is kind of not worth anything to you.
And even that, it boils down to how far away. I mean, we deal with latency issues with audio, and you imagine everything else. Yeah. So I look forward to how the problem gets solved, and it's unfortunate that Google Stadia wasn't the solution. So
it's gonna be Amazon Luna for sure.
Okay, fair question. Is their MMO still a thing? Did they just
New World?
Oh, yeah, the MMO's still a thing. It's still burning video cards, from what I hear.
Well, last time I heard about it,
you can go buy a new one from
yes, Best Buy, right? $199. They got a cover charge. It's a bit higher than ours. Patreon.com/Linux Gamecast. All right, beautiful people. On that bombshell, let's go ahead and bring this up. You can always get a hold to us anytime you want. Speaking of Discords, we are in our Discord 24/7. That is our Slack chat. And that's where our communications, even if you just want to be a fly on the wall and watch that, I mean, that's where it happens. Like, the only time...
Lurk.
Yeah, our group chat lights up, but even between the three of us, is like when something is tragically fucking wrong and nobody responded to my fucking @ reply on Discord. I'm like, all right, I'll make your computer make noise. And...
all my Google devices, yeah.
Well, you know what? In my defense, if I tune into your live stream and I see a problem, and then I'll like write something in Twitch chat, I'm like, all right, nuke option. I'll make the stream make noise.
Fair enough.
That's where we are doing our things. You can always pop in our Discord if you're a Twitch sub or Patreon. IRC is always open, free, and it's linked with our live channel on Discord, so don't think of it as
IRC.libra chat.
That is it. It's on our live page at linuxgamecast.com. Get in touch with me at Vin Stone on Twitter. I'm there. You can reply. You can click on hearts and all the other fun stuff, and I'll probably write you back if you say something interesting. And, of course, just at Vin on our federated timeline, because Mastodon. Have you heard of Matrix? No, Mastodon. Mast.linuxgamecast.com.
I'm Jordan Svung. You can't make my computer make noise, but I definitely make your computer make noise. You unplug your headphones. You can follow me for more noise at The Burning Fool on Twitter or twitch.tv/burningfool.
And I am Pedro Mateos, still feeling strangely proud that I, hopefully am still seared onto someone's TV after their continuous playing of LGC playlist on YouTube froze on my face. So then I was forever etched onto that particular screen, but that's just me and my big ego.
Mask of the Red Pedro?
You can absolutely go and attempt to tame this particular ego on Twitter at unaccounted4. That's FOUR. Yeah, hit me up on there. That's a good place to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, one thing we learned tonight is where be our Bluetooth cowbells.
It's like an electric drum kit, except it's only the one pad.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Yokiro's Bluetooth
I don't even need a transducer. Just give me a MIDI controller. Right? Ding,
yeah.
Ding.
Yeah. It's the electric shame bell.
Show title.
That's
for some credits.
Bye. Scorched Earth, man. Did anyone play that game? I didn't.
No.
Gotta thank our people in the Star Wars credits, the executive producers, the Patreons, making this all possible with a couple little fuckers at the end of it. We thank our our advisors, Omegas and Artherin, our executive producers.
Tune in next week for
Aldius,
a new level executive advisors.
Executive Scott Michaud, Mr. Foxdog, Tomcast, Mike G, Mike T, Drummer, Kohaku, and George. And Low Nicky fans, Darkwing, and Abstraction.
And of course, we get our sea monsters like Jackie, Renault, L, Rider X Machina, Truggy, Vertinura, Justin, Frostclaw, uns Streiter.
And Death Notes, Nova, Basil, Chad, Romeo, Marson, System T, Craig, Renee, Leonardo, DeCresney, Kim, Smashley, Chris, Stephen, Jill, Benjamin, Doom, 2.Watt, Stephen B, Dirty Dean, Back, Gamatron, Dodger, Xanthus Gaming, Turnover,
like
Cheesy Bacon,
Kate,
Yannick,
Martin,
and
Steve,
of course Kyle Linux or
Eagle,
AJ,
Coil of Hope.
How do you say that?
Ogiwan,
Maxis,
Fellatio,
Philato. Phil's a sport, man. He is in the Trackmania alerted, man. I enjoy watching Phil. And the camera did too last week.
Look at these fuckers.
I don't know what was wrong with the Trackmania camera, but fuck all, it loves some Phil, man. I go into spectator mode, you're getting some Phil.
You're getting your fill of Phil.
Dude, we had a lot of filler. On Friday is all I'm saying.
All filler, no killer.
Identifier, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye. Oh.
What was that you?
No. Someone upstairs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did someone fall?
Right? You need to go collect bodies?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see what's up with that.
Nobody
Good
likes
check.
that noise. Yeah, if it's between floors, get up and go all right. All right, everyone. We're going to be playing some Tanks to Meet You. What's the actual name of the game, Pedro? Shell Shock. Thank you, Pedro. And
yes, Shell Shock. I honestly couldn't remember.
we're getting to that point, my man. We're getting to that point where it's not even going to be comedically funny. It's just going to be like, fuck.
I've always had a thing with not remembering names, and it's not going to get any better. So
we are going to be bringing up everyone in the after shows, and if you want to hop into the after shows, and we will be there live, you can share your face, your voice, any combination, or you can just lurk. That's fine. But you are welcome to join us for our after shows, and because, I always thought it would be a cataclysmic idea to bring on the audience at the end of the shows. Been doing it as long as we've been able to. It's brilliant. Love it.
It was a broom.
That was fuck.
that was a loud fucking broom.
Yeah, that must have been like a nice, clean, flat smick. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Pedro, we brought that up. At least you didn't hear floor.
Kapla.
No.
Yeah.
Let the bodies.
Oh man. Yeah, game. I wanted to bring that up. Mouthful mode. Jesus Christ.
Mouthful mode.
On the new Kirby game, Kirby can't fully swallow everything, so shit will get stuck in his mouth.
He's gotta choke it down.
And he'll form around it, and it's called mouthful mode.
You don't have press X to relax.
Nope.
press
too
B
Boku
to
for
dislocate Kirby's jaw.
Right.
Hang on, everyone. I gotta check and see. This is like Schrodinger's auto connection. If I check it, it will be checked. Yeah. All right. That's synced out magically. I'm going to be in after shows, and so if you're listening live, that's where I'm about to disappear to. Bye bye.
I don't have no clip on, Foxy. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, that's what's fucking me up. I'm like, why is my cursor moving? Oh, that's not my cursor. That's Ben's cursor.
Bitch, okay, I'm having to do this through looking at OBS, and I was trying to pull that cursor out of OBS, and it wasn't working, man. That's why I was flailing. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Right.
No, it's like stupid fucking XFCE pointer. God damn it. I'm too used to seeing, when I watch a stream, it's usually someone on Windows, so I see, the white Windows pointer. But now, with the XFCE pointer, I'm like, no, that's my pointer.
There we go.
The infinity buttons. No, it's just the infinity frame.
Linux Gamecast.
No, it's the
Infinity
Fibonacci.
Let's see. Let's wire in gas and tap that button. Wait, no, you can't be on the Sandy channel. You got to be on the guest channel. Quit being sneaky.
It was just better.
Okay, but if Sandy is in Discord with everyone else, then which channel?
I don't
Then
know
he
what
gets the
happens.
Discord.
You know what?
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's just Sandy in it, I can make Sandy sound fucking tight as hell, man.
Yeah, you have the experience normalizing Sandy now, so...
Well, Sandy's got his own channel now in the DAW. Next time, because I learned that. I'm like, you know what? Just leave that there for next time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
And so I need to send you guys.
But Gamotron, did you bottle it in the Champagne region of France?
Campagan.
Champignon?
Otherwise,
those
it's
are
just
mushrooms.
sparkly robot wine. Champagne.
Where'd Steam go?
Oh,
What?
hey!
What?
Looks like I am
What?
going to get the
Oh.
replacement bits for the Toshiba netbook.
Huzzah!
Shiba.
Yes. It's not going to be from an NB550D, it's going to be from an NB520, which is the Atom version. But apparently it's not working, so I don't feel terrible for dismantling it for bits.
I'm gonna tell on you, man.
You're gonna steal on to Toshiba?
Yeah, I'm gonna call like the Toshiba's old
call
ass
my dad,
busted
John
ass shit
Toshiba.
collectors club.
Toshiba police.
Yeah.
They don't care.
All right. Right. I gotta crank down the unreasonably epic.
Oh yeah, I just did that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I gotta get this set up. Boom. Mr. Foxdog has achieved Beast.
Beast.
The beast.
That's one of the less than 10% achievements, so it's
Oh.
shiny.
What? Did I?
Did you? What?
I can't
What?
see
Who?
any of my
Me? What?
achievements.
Oh, maybe it's
My
just...
return video did.
Yeah, you might want to pop out, pop back in.
I did. I just did.
Oh, then that's probably where your return video did.
Oh right, yeah, beast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, win an 8-player round as Juggernaut. Right. That was last week.
What is the server name?
Not on the server just yet.
Probably not set up yet.
It's Steam
Yeah.
Steam
Ay, ay,
Steam
ay.
Friends.
Yeah.
That's the
And
server
we,
name.
and we don't go by
Shift,
server name, we
tab,
just
right click on
it.
Ven, join.
Yeah, I gotta set it up
The join
first.
button
I
will
have to
appear.
rewire a fuck mothering studio for this, so bear with me, man. It takes more than a
I
few
don't
seconds.
think. I don't think I'm friends with Ven on Steam.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Join up with anyone.
It's a me
Wait
problem.
until Pedro gets in and then join Pedro.
You need
No,
to
I think
be
I'm
friends
friends
with
with,
Either one of us.
It's
burning
not what
fool.
you know,
The invite
it's
bed.
who you know.
You can just look for unaccounted for with the actual number 4 at the end.
Or Burning Fool.
Yeah,
No,
that's my only friend.
Mirror PPVC.
No, it's not my only friend, but
No, it can't be me. I can't launch the game.
Yeah, I'm getting no video back from you, Jordan.
That's because I'm not in there.
watch
Let me
game. Game.
go on the tab. Right, I was.
Squirrel.
Yeah. It's back to normal now. Yeah, no, that's what I was doing. I was waiting for everything to time out so that if I rejoin the room, that hopefully.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Launch
so
game. Join game.
I need to bring up the Discord over. Nope, not that's the wrong Discord. I can bring up Discord Vox Talk guest. Then I can bring ours.
Oh, there's only one Discord video, and that's me.
Yeah, it's just you.
It's just you
Only-
tonight, Foxy.
Only
Am I
Fox.
the only one with enough shame to show himself?
Yep.
It's negative shame, Foxy. It's negative shame.
Truly,
just
the
far more
shameless one.
handsome than any of us, except for Pedro. But I mean, he's a host.
I am tolerable
Pedro's
to look
Spanish,
at.
they're all-
Or so I'm
No,
told.
no, no. Apparently, Pedro is the Derek Zoolander of Linux Gamecast.
Pedro Leak.
Yes. Blue Steel.
And, who would be
Oh,
Mugato?
what am I doing? Oh, right.
Look at
I
that
mean,
shit.
I have a dog, so I guess I'm Mugatu. Obey my dog.
Obey my dog. That's line.
Hey, the dog.
I got the Mugatu hair.
Apparently, I have a.
think it needs to go white.
Going to my brother.
It'll fall out or go away eventually. Just gotta give it some time.
It'll take care of itself, won't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So is this going to be the 4 of us playing? All right.
Well, shit, we could have done some like tricky towers or something. Shit, if it's gonna be the 4 of us.
No, I'm joining.
All right.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
There's a biscuit.
That was my encouragement speech. It was code for I'm about to start the damn thing, whether or not you're in.
I was
and don't come
confused.
back.
I wasn't sure if the game started or what have you.
You You
Hang on,
can
you're
do
on
this,
the East
Nubbin.
Coast.
Because
I'm less confused now.
I'm just in
You're
a
in the middle,
perpetual
aren't you?
state of confusion.
In the middle.
That's
I
the
find
best
it's
way to go
best to-
about life.
Yeah, I find it's best to just assume I don't know what's going on and work from there.
I just roll
Yeah,
with it,
pretty much.
man. I'm like, whatever. That's why people get stressed out. They expect shit to fucking go to plan. It don't.
Well, we've got Lee Harvey Oswald in here now, so
from FaZe Clan. It's gonna try and steal some money from some children.
since when does FaZe do shell shock?
I don't know. Somebody.
Shell shock randos. If we wait around long enough, he'll go away because he'll go like,
Yeah.
"What? Fuck this."
Because we're not moving.
Pedro, the problem with that theory is it's on friends only.
Yeah, the friends only never
Oh,
work.
then who's Lee?
Maybe it's Beastwick's friend? Beastwick?
No, I don't know that person.
Foxy?
No, none of mine.
Your game is public. It's got to be.
Okay, I mean, listen.
Or-
That or they join
or-
hella quick.
That it's easy enough to quit, kick them. So
Well, hang on. Am I friends with
Yeah,
Lee
you
Harvey
might be
Oswald?
losing a friend right now.
Who am I looking for? Lee Harvey.
Relationship over.
Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald.
I hate to break up with you over Steam message, but I didn't want to break up with you over text. I thought that was too much. That was too dignified, so I'm breaking up with you over Steam.
Is it a wait? Can you join friends of friends? Yeah, you can join. So that could be somebody on anybody's.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I looked on
it's
mine.
not
It's
on
not.
mine.
I'll go
Yeah.
through my list.
I think
I only
I
have
that
5 friends. Pretty sure it's not mine.
It's not one of them. Let me doubly check.
Also, I'm invisible, so
So am I.
Yeah, it's not one of me.
I only go
That's
invisible
'cause
when
I
I
have
want to
no
play video
friends.
games during work hours. I mean, what?
only have frenemies.
Listen, the NHS is well aware of Pedro's enthusiasm about his work. That's why. Yeah.
I'm sure he reminds them of it.
Yeah.
I remind them as to why they shouldn't be. Yes.
Yeah. But and here's the thing though. He's wedged himself, so he's too essential to be fired. But
That's me.
Well, I mean, too much trouble to replace at this point.
yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
Essential's
much
a strong
like
word. And like, no, we could train another one, but this one, it's squeaky.
no.
It doesn't do anything. Bitches love.
He's the piece of bubblegum holding the dam together, and when you remove that, like, you gotta spend more time covering for Pedro than, I don't know, doing the other stuff.
The fact that I have to go into the office basically all of next week because everyone else decided to. Oh, right, it's midterm, so everyone's gonna take time off. It's like, oh, right, so the bitch is just gonna go into the office and do everyone else's job. Gotcha.
As long as the bitch keeps saying yes, ma'am. Yeah,
Yep.
that's how that works.
Yep. So how about that raise I'm getting? How's at my evaluation period? Huh? No. Then,
Public sector. That raise depends on the government, so fuck you and fuck your raise.
all right. Then,
I don't get raises until
that, I mean, that is kind of the pros of government work, is that like you can just kind of sit there and do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
it says
yes,
that.
if I'm not getting a raise, I'm gonna procrastinate a little bit.
That it says that right there, man. It's like under the benefits next to the shower. You're like, fuck off and play Steam games. While it works.
The office does have a couple of showers. It does.
Are you insinuating that Code Weaver's quality assurance is some sort of governmental body?
Yeah, that's exactly, man. Code Weavers is the man. Don't fall for it. It's a ploy.
Big wine, man. Big wine doesn't want
Nemo,
you to know.
did you actually go into Code Weavers to ask about their shower?
All right, let's rock and roll on this.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we're still gonna keep me in there.
Yep.
No,
He's
okay.
someone's
what?
friend.
Yeah, and you know what?
will.
Here's the thing. If he's a fucking smurf and he's overpowered, we can all just fucking gang up on him. And if he sucks, we can all just gang up on him. So,
There, now we're really ready.
Now
Okay, ready?
ready?
ready.
Ready, Freddy?
Face quick. Face quick.
Raise the little thing called love.
Beastwick,
think
go
we
to
lost Beastwick.
Beastwick, get over to your other computer. Click OK.
This week.
Beastwick!
I think he's dead.
Did he die?
Did he die?
Pedro, you're a doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look handsome enough to be one.
You
I do work for the NHS. There's that.
The Northumbria human self. I don't know.
You're a doctor of old laptops. Come on.
Yes.
The Northumbria human salami?
I don't know, man. Listen, that's a stage name.
I am the human salami.
I had salami, what was it, yesterday? I had some chorizo.
See, now I'm doing timing calculations right now. I was like, do I want to hear, like, why was that kicked? I'm like, well,
you fucked off and disappeared.
but, you know,
Come on, Beastwick.
I've been on the receiving end of like, okay, they're in the middle of talking. They're never going to get started. Let me go grab something to drink real quick. And
Yeah.
they're like, where did you go? And I'm like, fuckos, you were talking for like
the
10
bathroom.
minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to pee. Like,
Also, I will say there's a 24-hour Trackmania challenge going on right now.
Ooh.
where what if you play 24 hours of Trackmania without killing yourself, you win a prize?
No, they're doing it in teams, like Le Mans 24.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you got to have a team
So you-
together and be constantly
Then
have
you do-
one team member
Do
in the race.
shifts, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty tight.
That's kind of cool, yeah.
I thought it was like that sounds like fun in games, like right up to like, but then again, like I want to turn that into a drinking game. But like universally,
Well, where every time you have to drive, you have to drink.
right? Like you have to take a minimum one shot every 30 minutes collectively, just to see what it turns into at the end. All right.
Beastwick.
Yeah, I'm
Come
about to
on.
get kicked.
All right. Beastwick, we gave you like fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah, we gave it.
There he goes.
Oh, no, there he is.
Right.
Ah.
All right. He's back. He live.
Hey man, he had a check mark on how many times he could get his name said.
All right.
Went to go grab my camera.
I'll trade you, Foxy.
All
Wait,
right.
is this?
no.
This is just regular deathmatch.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
This
team
is it?
deathmatch.
All right.
Teams. We're on
That's
teams.
team
Yeah, just-
deathmatch.
Ah,
Regular team deathmatch.
Oh boy.
Well,
but,
let's see
you
how
know,
good
still,
Face
though,
Clan
man.
is.
Even without the return video, I can see your firing code.
Oh.
Pedro,
well.
really,
Oops.
Pedro. God damn it.
Pedro wants
That
to go to
was
sleep.
self-inflicted.
Okay,
Pedro wants to go to bed. That's,
we
that's
got a
what's
Pedro
going on.
cone up now, so I think we'll be safe from Pedro at least.
I thought I had enough oomph.
No.
Apparently not.
All right, never mind. Needed more oomph. Ow. Ow. Well, your sperms did something, Foxy.
This is true.
And you're not gonna convince me otherwise. That's semen.
Oh, yeah. All right.
17, 16. It was the best moment of their lives. In their tanks. Yes!
Oh, ow.
A little off the
right.
top.
Now it was too much oomph.
Yeah, that token thing.
All right, you
Oh,
gotta do
mother,
that for me.
fuck you! Fuck you, game.
Sorry, Chris.
Right in my line of fire. All right. This is how we got to do. All right, let's throw
Oh,
this.
shit, that's gonna bounce, isn't it?
Nope.
Yeah, really?
Ow.
Oof.
Jeez, I wonder what I'm aiming at now.
Listen, Foxy wants to play the melee tank. It's fine.
Right.
Oh, if you two stay there, yeah, sure.
Ghostbusters.
Ghost Nappa has ruined that for me.
Well, I was doing Ghost Nappa, but yes.
Yes. Fair. So, case in point.
Right.
Yeah.
Boing.
Oh, Pedro, you might land
Nope.
something to central.
Okay.
I might hit someone
Yes,
this
I can. All right.
game.
Oh, he's coming for us.
Hello.
I don't think I'm gonna hit someone this game.
You see,
I don't
Michael,
know.
this is why you
Shank.
lost to emus.
Is there friendly fire?
Oh,
Yes, there is.
Yes.
damn it,
All right. I'll take it.
Well,
Suck it,
shit.
Pedro.
Okay.
Kamikaze your house.
So Pedro, it's you and me and a slap fight. Boing.
Oh,
I wanted to hit the little plussy
What
there.
the fuck? What the fuck?
see how bad I look.
Alright, let's...
So everyone watching at home, the phrase to search for is war of attrition.
Yeah, we're gonna see who sucks the most. And who sucks the least. Nope.
Oh.
The problem is every weapon has a different firing arc, so you can't just fucking pick one.
Oh, Pedro.
Shit.
That would have been nice.
That little lip there.
Oh, you hit...
Still
Wow.
landed one shot. Okay.
That, like, but that was 100% fucking RNGesus, man. Like, don't even pretend to do that.
See, that first one, it was supposed to just go over the mountain to hit you. But
All right.
Enjoy.
So, all right, we're working on it.
Listen, man, I'm trying to root for
I'm finding
Pedro.
that
Give me some
range.
slack.
Well, there's your first mistake.
I'm trying.
Pedro,
I mean, I'm not saying you
Pedro.
should root for me. You got to root for FaZe Clan's Lee Harvey Oswald. He's the MVP.
Nope. I mean, I cleared the little stupid circle thingy, but
Yeah.
no.
And this has been most of my shit is like trying to figure out how to fucking overcome. All right, guppies.
Guppies.
Hey, I fucking hit something.
Oh,
Fuck.
I couldn't get the token. It fucking flew off screen too fast. Damn it.
Aw.
Chicken
wings?
arise. Arise, chicken,
Yeah,
chicken.
chicken.
Arise.
Oh, all right.
Oh my god, is that a
Okay.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force reference?
Fuck yes, BillyWitchDoctor.com.
Always.
oh,
Can be,
was that a
sure.
Angry Bird.
What? Bullshit! Bullshit! What kind of fucking
Was
hog
it better
shit
to
was
have loved
that?
and lost?
That was some doo-doo.
You suck a pig.
All right.
What am I even
Okay.
fucking down? Okay, I'm all right. Take my hot load, Pedro.
Hot load?
All right.
Ow. Ow.
Did you like my seat on your face, Pedro? It's the money shot.
One shot quitter. Oh my god.
I mean,
Okay.
you got that one dialed in because it doesn't move. Like,
I mean, I can see the tracer from last round, so I just had to adjust a little bit to make up for the difference.
All right.
and at this rate, Jordan's eventually going to hit you again.
No, that won't work.
Yeah,
Jordan.
you got some shots in with the frogs.
They don't arc.
I mean, how about you
we're-
got to be a little
we're-
more respectful of amphibious ammunition, man. I mean, it's a,
What? I did not pick the Glock. What the fuck?
Ow.
All right.
bones.
I can't move. I can't move.
You're full of
Dang
frogs.
it. Okay.
Yes.
You're dead.
Yes, I am.
Are you gonna commit seppuku as opposed to?
Inside.
No. Shit.
What the fuck was that?
The spiker.
Alright.
The death nail.
The ultimate humiliation.
Ah,
Death
no,
by
a little too much
Chicken!
mustard. Little too much mustard. Damn it! I second guess.
Oh.
Chicken! Shit. There's a...
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, we just went up to like a nut. What?
Moon!
Oh, right.
Oh,
Those things.
Moon! I don't
Where
want
did
to
the other moons
close
go?
my eyes.
Only 2 hit.
I don't want to fall asleep because I missed you, baby, and I don't want
Ah,
to.
there it is. There it is. One for good. There we go.
Yeah.
Desecrated.
He got the hit before I managed to sneak it in. All right, I'll take it.
The more I think
I'll
about
take
it, I've just assumed that Harvey is like Scott's alt. It's a Smurf account.
Probably.
No, that's what I said. Like, this is probably some Smurf account, right? Like,
Okay, do we get anybody that wants to pop in? Let me know and I'll increase the player numbers.
yes.
I saw you there, Nubbin. You up for it?
I see you,
Come on,
baby,
Nub.
shaking that ass.
I believe in you. You won't explode too badly.
Sabotage.
Can you say it the way William Shatner says? Sabotage.
I just realized, okay, how many years have we been playing this? We got themes.
Oh,
Right?
There's colors. Okay.
See, this. Don't be afraid to break shit, kids, because that was 100% old man Vin going, the fuck's this button do?
Actually, the second video on my YouTube channel is this game after Foxy gifted it to me.
And I'm not working.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
man, I have a YouTube channel I've done fuck all with.
I got like 9.
I haven't put in anything past 2 years.
At one
have
point,
3.
I put the.
I used to
your
have 4,
last
but one of the
few
accounts got
streams are
nuked
automatically
recently,
posted if
so
you
I have
make them
3.
live in public. So
Let's see, I have 3.
They got automatically age-gated.
I think I got 5 like legitimate fucking YouTube channels because of the YouTube Google Plus bullshit they did back in the day.
Yeah. Yep.
See, I like the unified account thing, but then Google decided to give up on their shit like they
Well,
always do.
it was the bifurcate, unify, bifurcate, and like those new ones get split again. I'm like, fuck all.
Man, I miss Google
and
Plus.
now
That
they've
was
got
so
a
good.
network thing that they do. So
So what?
Well, yeah, because like if you're running a channel, like if you don't want to get completely ass fucked in the algorithm, and you have to like have one channel for all the algorithmically friendly stuff, and then another one to actually like put
Yeah.
the stuff you want to do in, so that
That's why
your
there's 2
personal shit
LGC.
doesn't tank your profitable
Well,
shit.
like on top of everything else, we have YouTube. We have you have like we do for Linux Gamecast. Have multiple channels in channel.
Yep.
We have effectively
like,
sub channels. Brand accounts is what it's called.
Yep.
Right.
It's a night. It works, so I don't fuck with it.
Yep.
Oh, are we reading up?
Ready up?
I guess
Okay.
I can't play then.
Do you want to play? You didn't say anything.
Yeah, I was saying something.
Not
but
psychic.
It wasn't going through.
We don't get paid enough to read your mind. All right.
I was saying something.
Oh
Mike,
shit!
but it
All
was not
right.
going
Well,
through.
it's team LGC. All right.
Y'all about to get
Alright.
probably winning alive very much. Let's see how flame works in portals.
Yes. Yes, we
Nope,
all suck
that-
at gaming.
I'm sorry. I had to dodge like black holes and portals. Yeah, you have fun with that shit. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, go on, hot shot.
That's no broom.
That is clearly one larger boob and one slightly smaller boob.
What's the is that a force field? The purple
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, it's the
They're all-
pink
the
spirit
pink,
because fuck you,
purple.
that's why, 100%.
pink-
Yeah,
Thing is,
sometimes you end up in the middle of it and you just get fucked.
I'm in the middle of it.
Fuck.
Anything with
You are,
fairy
yeah.
effects
Yeah.
is great.
I got real confused until I looked at
Oh,
what the fuck? What the fuck? But you see, they had two black holes. We had portals that just completely fucked up our shit. So it's different. It's different.
Okay, that was pure ass.
You know what?
was
That's the LGC promise. Pure ass or your money back.
Yes.
But is it the atomic ass?
No.
No,
No.
that's not pure ass. That's like cut ass. It has like baking soda and some.
Come on.
I hate
What the hell?
I hate that.
What's happening?
So so what are they just gonna like have a portal that points direct? They literally do have a portal that points directly at us. Like,
Kinda, yeah.
what the
Effectively. Yeah.
what in the fuck? We've been screwed. This is some bullshit. This is like that perfectly balanced
Yeah, but you
map
got-
for
you have a
soccer,
little,
where it's like the parabolic curve.
cliff thing
Like, yeah, one
protecting
person's
you,
goal
I
is up
guess.
there, the other person's goal is down there. It's completely fair.
I don't know. No.
Damn it! We got too much sperm.
What the hell? God damn it. It's stuck up there. Okay, I got one. There we go.
All right, there's the 2 times damage. What the fuck do I even have that can take advantage of this? All right, let's.
Okay, the black hole is lower this time.
A little bit, yes.
All right,
You're still gonna hit it.
let's see if
Probably.
we can fucking
Knowing my
arc some
luck.
shit.
Oh,
I didn't.
Very close.
Sprinkle.
Sprinkle.
Here.
All right, we did some shit. Good
Yeah.
stuff. That actually worked for once.
Yes.
Yay, shield. Unless it's like a perfect curve directly into Pedro. Pedro,
Right? Yeah. No, it's a perfect curve directly into me. God damn it! I'm right in the middle of that. So I did my best, fam. I fucking. They really like giving us the black holes this time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
The black hole.
Come on, Lee. What you doing?
He's
Won't
assassinating
you
Lincoln,
come?
clearly.
Won't you come?
See? Yeah. This again. It smacked
Coming
smacked
back
Ven in
around.
the bum. All right.
I had to want to go for that 2x. That's
Now,
okay.
there's a stuck Jordan.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, you bastard.
Nope. All right.
Oh, where'd that go?
You know what? I'll take this.
Yeah. You know
What's
what?
going on there?
It's helping us out. I hope so.
I mean, if that isn't the equivalent of a pity fuck,
Well, where the hell are you aiming?
go for it. Come at us.
Wait, if I aim for the orange portal, it'll go out the blue portal, right?
Fuck around and
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah. Yes, but maybe not in the way you're hoping.
Speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out. Nothing changes.
Yes, remember
Let's
momentum.
try it.
Yeah. That's about what happens.
Really?
God damn it.
Shit.
Really?
Just one.
Yes. So much for a pity fuck, huh?
I'll give you the Henry.
All right, let's see. I don't even know anymore, man. I'm just like everything they do just smacks me in the face. So I'm
Oh, shit.
nope.
Ow!
Hey, snake.
Oh, fuck, there's a hole there. Black hole there now. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Ven, are you gonna try and stick your tank wiener in there?
Tried as hard as I possibly can.
We haven't had any tank wieners this go around, though. I'm a little sad.
Oh, there we go.
Absolutely, this is gonna propel whatever they shoot at
Right into
at
you.
us right into me.
It'll skate right over Pedro. Just
Yeah.
and it'll pick up the health on the way down. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good
this is how this match seems to be going. It's just like, fuck this guy in particular. Oh shit!
Nope, that went for me.
Whoa, whoa, okay.
And
Oh,
that
wow.
grenade went for me as well.
It's the fucking Fargate, motherfuckers. All right.
Yeah, sure. I don't know how this is gonna go. I just hope I hit the drone.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
Yes, drone.
Drone. Drone cult.
I can't really do. I can't.
Oh, we killed Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yes.
Yeah. He was the first to go. Oh my god.
You're right there. There we go. Oh, good hit.
Gee.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, I had a
good
good
thing,
run.
Alright.
It's all on you, Ben.
Screwed.
No. If you can get if you can get like 2 good concentrated hits.
I
And,
don't
like,
know.
There's also quite a bit of fuckery there. So I have
A little
no
bit.
idea.
Yes. Yes, there is.
Oh.
Ow.
Take that 1 point of fire damage, you
Yeah,
piece of shit.
yeah, fuck you, man. I ran up to your tank and held out a Bic lighter.
This is awful.
Okay, but you know, at least this one will fuck them up.
No,
No,
but
it's all
it'll
going right
now.
into Pedro. That's all going right into Pedro.
Probably.
This isn't going to work. The
I
way
am in the
expect it to
deepest
work.
hole right next to your
No.
corpse.
Black hole there. Beast
Oh,
there.
Oh, the fuck?
Black hole sun. Yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
Oh,
Fuck! It still hit me with one. God damn it.
Fuck this shit. See, like this is why we need to use custom kernels to cheat, man.
Fuck me, full.
How are you supposed to do this without a custom kernel? I don't know. Tim.
What?
Shit.
Ah,
Sorry, Van.
To be fair, Pedro, I don't see how you could have done better. Like, there's
That's a naked gun shit right there.
listen, man, that was the magic bullet.
that was like courtesy of Lee
Looking at
Harvey
the
Oswald.
tracer for that one. It's like, what the fuck?
It looks like one of those spirographs they used to do in school.
And I'm dead.
All right, Ben, you can do this. These are a bunch of little bitches. Kick their ass.
Such
If
hate.
you hit that 2x, you can kill Beastwick.
So hateful.
You could kill us both if you have something big enough.
Hateful or
Like the new.
competitive?
It depends on what side of the winning you're on.
Yeah,
So sportsmanlike.
I'm very sportsmanish. I am the sportsman.
Oh, you
Nailed it!
Oh, so loving Beastwick. You know, I really feel the outpouring of emotion from you.
I'm learning from my opponent, you know?
That's good.
Oh!
Back
Oh,
roller.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, this might do it. This might be
Back
the
roll,
final.
son. All right, let's
Diddle-doo,
Won't you
diddle-doo-doo.
come? Won't you come?
Oh, the clear skies.
Wrong song, Jordan.
Snack.
Oh no, no snake.
Dun, dun,
No
dun, dun, dun.
snakes.
Discord doesn't even give me like a warning.
The snack went the wrong way.
Snake.
Bum, bum, ba-da-dum.
Stay there. There we go.
There we go.
Yep.
Well, you know, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I'm just saying that I can't believe you let it get that close.
Yeah, that was close. Oh, it looks like Lee Harvey left. All right, Nubbin,
Look-
get in here.
I got an upgrade.
Well,
I think
I
Lee Harvey
didn't
left, yeah.
get jack shit.
I unlocked a banana. That's cool.
Oh, we can do AIs now?
Come
Hello.
on,
I think
Nubbin. You can
I
do
think
it.
we all. All
I
right.
believe in you.
I gotta be right back.
Who the
Well,
fuck's
there's
King's
King's
Right?
Right, whoever that is.
Ah, it's full again.
I don't think that friends only is working the way it's
No,
supposed to.
it does not work. Come on, try again, Nubbin.
All right.
Try again. Try again.
Let me create one.
Nope. There's a Scrunkwitch. Who's Scrunkwitch?
You guys are at a different game than I am.
Yeah.
Really?
All right.
Oh. Okay.
Now I'm in.
Okay.
Where are
Who wants to come in?
we?
Right click Ven,
Hey, if I can-
join.
How many people so I can set the number? I'm trying to optimize this, people. Let's make it more complex than it needs to be, though.
For me,
It
I
was
believe-
6.
uh,
If Nubbin gets in, it's 6.
yeah, 6.
I've joined somebody else there.
All right, well, have fun.
Yeah.
This is going to be me and Pedro.
6. I'll be here. I'll be ready. Let's go.
You're not in.
Oh, so where'd my thing go? This.
Wait.
There we go.
They've all went daft. All right, so we got 4.
Where'd Jordan go?
I don't know.
Wait,
but
where are
Jordan
you guys?
was
No.
not there.
Oh no, this isn't.
Leave
They
game.
made
It's-
a new game.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
Oh no, the game
Yes.
is full.
Pay attention, man.
let's wait for Jordan
Stop
to put his
going and
gears on.
getting
Now,
weird.
Jordan,
Hold on,
everyone
hold on.
shut the fuck up and listen. Jordan,
Yes.
Beastwick.
I'm coming.
Okay, I'm about to
Yeah,
set
you're-
it to 6. Get ready to jump in.
Hold on.
To my game.
I'm
All right.
view my friends. Okay.
Okay, here it comes. Clicking 6. It's open.
All right.
There's Jordan. There we go. Look
There's
at that.
Bailey.
Teamwork.
Hey.
Oh man.
Nailed it.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
You ever have one of those pisses where it feels like it's done, but then it just keeps going?
Yeah, see, that's one of those pisses where you start looking around for something to read.
Yeah.
And you realize,
like,
oh crap, I didn't bring my phone.
Yeah.
Because normally this is not a
Oh,
problem.
okay, just look at the window.
Yeah. No, it was like no. We're usually done by this point.
All right, let me get a refill and deathmatch battle. Woken 6 on 6. What? Oh, you know what? Since let's do something a little crazier.
for the last game of the night.
Are we gonna do soccer?
We can do some soccer, sure.
Some Rocket League with actual rockets.
That's the only thing they thought we were gonna do.
Okay, that
Usually
one
I
random map was a
fuck up
vagina.
everything.
That was like some big Georgia O'Keeffe energy.
To be fair, those with protrusions do look very, very phallic, so I guess it's fair.
Yeah? No.
Varying levels of bulge.
Varying vagina levels. Oh, can I spend shit? I have 25 parts now.
Oh yeah, we better have a look at that. Let's have a look.
I
Would be
don't think I can.
wise.
I can buy a jetpack.
Can you do
A
that?
one-time
from
use.
the menu? Oh, upgrades available.
Oh,
I
here's
see.
that one.
Wait.
Oh, we're gonna have to have one more for the
Wait.
teams.
And then there's a
Nothing
bunch
for
of themes and shit that
One more.
throwing stars for 150 tokens.
Yeah, they're
Maybe I save up. Maybe I save up for ninja stars. I can throw them into Butter's face.
Wait a minute.
Hey, Alan.
Mr. Alert.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I don't have
Mer
to-
Albert.
Malbert.
Malbert, yes. I mean, come on, Alan. You got to join one of my D&D games as the wizard, Malbert.
Yeah, Ben's got to change the site. We might be able to get.
Yeah, gotta give it a minute. We've had some random
Van's gone
randos
for a
join,
piss.
so
I'm gonna buy it.
I think he's having one of those pisses where now he's looking for something to read.
Yes.
Well, for me, I just look out the window. What's going on outside?
But you live in Australia. You look out the window. That's like watching TV for most people. So
No, there's like someone outside his window that he just makes eye contact with whenever he pees. It's like, hey, how's it going?
Seriously, the cat's sitting on the water heater. Like, hang on.
Okay.
Mr. Alert wanted to join.
Oh, game's over.
Oh.
If it's anything like Trackmania.
All right.
Go on, Alan.
This is here's the thing. Fucking shell shock soccer is pure RNG. There is no skill involved. That ball goes wherever damn way it wants.
Still need one more. Oh.
Yeah,
And he's level
15
69.
Come on,
we
Beard.
need to change it. Oh, it's shocker,
I
right?
can't
Can't do
open
that.
the game. It will not launch for me.
What
you
about
still
in
on Scoops?
Proton?
Alright, going back to deathmatch.
The machine in question is Pop OS. It just
What if you
Wow.
just installed Windows, Patrick?
Pop has so many problems.
No, Patrick has many problems.
He's called the human EMP.
Listen, man, don't pick on Patrick. Patrick is learning how to use computers, and at his age, it's good that he's trying. So don't make fun
What
of him.
age?
He's younger than me. How's that? How's that a problem?
Listen, Patrick is either 17 years old or 57 years old, and I can't tell which.
No, there's a subreddit for it, 13 or 30. So we're just waiting on two people, one of them being Jordan.
Oh, shit, we're doing that
Number
now?
of players
Alright.
back down to 7.
Oh, it's still
Alright,
on
so
Team
not-
Metal.
Wait, didn't it? I guess there's no bots for Shakar?
I guess not. All right, fine. Everybody
Still
gonna
number of
die.
players is 8.
Alright, well, I look forward to eating the maximal amount of shit.
I don't know. I'm gonna Mr. Rogers this shit.
You're just gonna go shank only?
Yeah.
The bloodstained sweater.
Oh, we need to set the players back to.
God damn
7.
it. Yeah. All right.
I've read it up like 6 times
Right,
now.
okay.
No, dude, this game really needs to fix their UI.
Yeah. Like,
It's been like this for 4 fucking years. Alright.
Oh no.
who's first? All right.
Yeah.
Listen, team. Listen, frenemies. If we take Alan out first, it's better for us all. That's why he's huddled up to Jordan, because he thinks I'm not going to shoot at Jordan. This is incorrect.
Oh no, I was trying to stab Alan, and then I realized I don't have the knife. So I'm a little sad.
Knifey spoony. Wow, the rainbow. It missed.
Jeez.
Ow.
That was Fustercluck. Okay, well, let's reposition and all right. I guess I'm on the edge here.
Shoot only.
Yep.
Living on the edge.
You're living on the edge.
There we go. Oh, the fucking roll.
Get him. Roll. Yes.
Rolling.
That actually worked. I was actually surprised.
Hi, David.
Alright, let's.
Uh-oh. When Foxy says that, oh no.
I also get
We
worried
wait
when
now.
Foxy greets
Go on,
people.
Alan. There we go.
That went nowhere. Okay.
Oh no. Ow.
Oh, I don't have the pinata. God damn it.
All right, well, I
They
guess
do
it's
no
kamikaze
damage.
time. I'm just gonna milk out whatever XP I can on whatever weapons I need.
Okay.
Oh, well, there we go.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well,
Well,
I,
that
man, you,
didn't do
but
anything.
myself.
my butt fell.
A buttful?
Well, that complicates things a little bit. I don't know. I'm going to play with physics. I tempt fate.
Yeah, you know, fuck it.
Prepare for quantum chickens.
I have no illusions of winning this.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang!
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snack.
All right, that was.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I hit someone. Yay.
All right,
Just
well,
pissing in the wind on that one.
I get to sit back and relax now. No pressure.
I don't know what all these things
All
do.
according to Keikaku.
We've been playing this for 4 years. I
Yes.
have no idea. Yeah. Right.
Boo!
Oh,
Ow.
God of
Who shot
thunder.
that? Jesus,
moving.
Pedro. That was a banger.
That was a good pixel shot. I'll take that pixel shot.
Brought to you by Google. Not
I don't
actually,
know what
but
this
Google.
one does, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Oh, that's the only one.
Oh, did I just hurt my? I think I. Oh,
What did I?
Oh, did
I have no
did
idea
look
what
at
that one did.
That was an earthquake.
the terrain just shifted.
Okay.
All right.
Earthquake
I guess
proved
I
myself.
effective, apparently.
Yes.
That was a, that
Who
was
am
a
I rooting
glitch.
for? I think I'm rooting for my apprentice
Okay.
Beastwick,
Yes, that's right.
who is learning from my hateful ways.
Yes, that's right. You're
such
all
is the
a bunch
way of Canadian.
bitches. Ah.
Aw.
Oh, I'll take that. Roll.
Come on. Nope, nope,
Nah.
nope, nope, nope.
Up.
Oh, yep, yep, yep. Nope, nope, nope.
Already dead,
And Mr.
man.
Alert and Jordan, those corpses are taking a pounding.
I don't know. Alan's still in shock right now. What the fuck? What? Huh?
Go this way. We'll do. Let's
Check.
find R. Kelly.
Uphill.
Wait, did you say
over.
find R. Kelly? I'm confused.
Oh.
It was a direct hit.
Whoa.
But, you know,
Ah, guppies.
Micro.
Oh, this is all stupid, but this will do. Fine.
Fuck is
I
it?
got no
Guppies.
guppies. Love to, but not got none.
That's rather destructive.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, do I have anything
Ooh,
good?
That was useless,
Come
kind of.
on. Nope.
All right.
Yeah, useless.
What do I do with this rounding error of a fucking health bar?
Kamikaze.
a beast
Go after Foxy. That's what I say.
Sure.
He's
Taking
he's
someone
the
down with me.
closest. Yeah.
No.
Ow! Holy
Wow,
shit!
Everyone just
I
ate shit.
tasted the rainbow on that one.
okay. Now I gotta stay away from Foxy.
Yeah, you don't really have to worry about Pedro. Like one little bit of a retaliate. That'll.
Yes.
Watch
And I
Pedro
die.
win this just because everyone discounts him.
Oh, now
Not this
Novin's
time,
going
though.
for me. Thanks.
Yeah. Nevin wants that kill.
Listen, all I did was remind him how easy of a target. Oh, that did not work out well, did it?
Was that a fiesta? Is that like a Dios de los Muertos skull?
I don't.
That's
That thing's got
Cinco
moves, man.
shitting grenades.
Skull.
I want Dio Los
Right?
grenades.
Is that shit?
Right?
What is it? Like, what's the battery life on that?
Dio de los hand grenades.
Yep.
Nope. My ankle
Looks like Mr. Fox Dog is Mr. Fox Rogers.
Yes.
Hey, I leveled up. Nice.
Defeated. I got
I got a
bunch of
Nothing?
coins.
Nothing.
Nothing. All right.
Yeah.
A real ringer.
You gotta imagine, like, by the time we're in the home, like, eating gruel and, like, we'll be competent at this. Like, we'll have some high-level characters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what? And Scott will have been like the fucking dude with no life from South Park of the retirement home
Is there anything left to play that we can play?
with an odd number.
We can do Juggernaut.
Yeah, I could play
Yeah, we can-
Juggernaut.
Oh, Juggernaut. Yeah, go Juggernaut.
Because that's
we can
one
cover our
against the
favorite
others.
Frank Marino song.
What,
Yeah.
what are the odds that not Mr. Alert or Foxy getting it?
I don't know.
I
What's
mean,
this?
Alan got
Me?
it the other time.
Foxy.
Alan would fucking love it.
Yeah. I got it once,
I
and
got
I
it
think I
once.
actually won
Somehow
that.
I won. I
Any
don't know
good guns? So
It's not the size of your gun; it's how often you shoot it.
It's how deep you can get it.
I don't know how
Listen,
deep does your gun go.
In Australia, they stab with guns, man. It's a different way.
Well, listen. When the emus overrun you, you gotta fix bayonets, and you know.
If they had done that, they wouldn't have lost, man. They just pissed off a bunch of emos.
Yeah.
Say that again, Jordan. What are they called?
Bayonets?
No, the bird.
Emus?
What's it called?
Ven is the Juggernaut.
Then no.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
That you live in the UK. How do you do such a terrible English impression?
Opens his mouth.
Yes, effectively.
How?
Come on, say a boot.
Eh? What are you talking about?
stick it in the boot.
Tis but a scratch, bitches.
I guess there's no friendly fire. Okay.
Oh, wow, the flower went all around him. Okay. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's Ven's turn.
Did this?
Who's the first victim?
I look at all these tank waiters. See,
We're just letting them hang out.
Ow, ow.
Okay.
Oh, Alan, can you back up a little bit? I don't want to hit you.
I am immortal.
Okay.
I have
Thanks.
inside me blood of kings.
All right, let's see if I can.
You ain't no Connor McLeod. Come on.
I'd be ducking, bitch.
I want to be Mythos. That guy was cool.
Yeah, he was pretty dope.
That.
Nobody wants to be Richie. Pedro can be Richie.
Yeah, fucking Richie. The only fucking immortal with a perm.
I love it.
The piñata.
If I'm gonna die by a hand grenade, I want to be killed by that thing.
Taste it.
What the fuck? Thank you, game, for just fucking me in the ass. Appreciate it. All right.
Well, there's no gravity involved in that. I mean, you can arc that and hit Pedro.
That's okay. I don't take damage. From Jordan.
What?
Yeah, this being the tank thing's kind of easy.
Oh, fine. Get up.
It's even easier when you're Scott and you have all the high-level weapons that just do 100 billion fucking damage.
Right?
Well, that's because he beat the boss.
Ow, ow.
Ow, you busted a cap in my ass. Damn it.
I just wanted to lure Pedro in.
Successful. Then
All right.
I can't get close enough to do the thing that I wanted to do, so you just take that one.
All right.
Eat fish.
It'll buff out. I'm not worried.
Eat the fish.
No fish.
Oh, everyone using drop shot. Okay. The bad thing about guppies, I can't tell what way I can't adjust my aim on.
I think they're guppies if they have the blue thing and then they don't have the blue thing, they're guppies.
Yeah, they're guppies, but I can't
I'm dead.
aim up. Got
Okay.
lines everywhere. I'm not sure if this is gonna work.
I've never hit anyone with the moon once. But hey!
The moons are inconsistent.
Yes.
Come down here and fight me like a tank.
Come down here and fight me like a moon.
Or at least an armored personnel carrier.
Don't have any.
Best I can do is a 2003 Jeep Cherokee.
Uh, take the doors off.
Ow.
Oh, God. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to bounce off that thing, aren't I?
This is gonna be real with you, Alan. I'd move down from the.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. Sometimes you just get stuck. I'm stuck right now. I can't move.
Maybe you just really love the wall. What the hell?
Speedy.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Did that do anything? Nope.
Probably
That explosion should have
Oh,
been
50.
bigger.
It took 50 of him, but something.
Okay, do we get like some spread shot? Maybe the flower? YOLO! Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Flower power.
Probably would have gotten Mr. Alert.
Alright. Well, the principal LGC cast is dead. Rest of you fuckers are up for it now.
Don't know if
Suck
this
it,
is gonna
supporting
work.
cast. Ooh.
Okay, that did something.
That's the first time I've seen the spiker hit anything.
Yeah. Okay, so Alan's gonna die next.
Boop.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay. Nubbin, move your tank wiener. You're gonna get your wiener sucked. You don't want that.
Unless that's what you're going for.
I mean, listen.
You too, Beastwick.
He's going to do a bank shot
That's-
with Nubbin.
That's
maybe.
probably not going to work, Beastwick.
Yeah. Well, you gotta look at the rotation of the black hole.
Yep. You
Which-
probably
I'll just
use
do what I do,
black
just
powder.
fly straight up and straight down.
3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
To anyone who can actually calculate like the gravity assist move. Oh shit!
Oh,
No.
that was close.
So close.
Oh,
I
so that's what the
believed
boomerang
for a
does.
hot minute. I believed for a hot
Yeah,
second.
the
there,
bullshit
but-
was strong with that one. It might have landed.
Yeah, that-
Yeah.
Dun dun da 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 dun dun da da da.
I'm the nuts.
Dun, dun, dun.
I must break your heart. It's for own good.
You ever watch an interview with like a recent interview with Jake the Snake?
I didn't know he was still alive, so no.
Yeah, surprisingly, yes.
God damn it, Michael, really?
Damn it, Michael.
Damn it, Michael.
We should just start a new podcast called Damn It, Michael.
I'm like the IRL kid. I'm like, the fuck you want?
Fuck you, Michael.
You know I can disable the driver's side airbag, right, Michael?
You know I have full control over the brakes, Michael. Smack.
What did that
Did
do?
that do any damage?
I don't think so.
No.
Because you aim directly.
Yeah, you can't hit them directly.
Oh, with the flower.
Oh, that one you can't hit
Flower
directly.
in the ring.
Okay.
I was that's many days old when I learned that.
Go, but I found that out the first round when I tried to shoot you with the flower and I missed. Because I hit you straight on.
Flowers suck, new friend.
Not quite, Bishop.
Nope.
Yeah, not quite
Where'd that go?
that either. Is
Okay.
it gonna come back
Never
up?
mind.
No,
I'm
it is
down
not.
to my left two here.
Boop.
Oh,
Alright.
ow,
Oh, God.
Ow.
Sniper.
ow.
Jesus.
Oh,
Hey,
fuck,
man,
fuck
this
it.
is
Oh,
old man.
now
Jesus.
it reloads. Okay.
I'm one shot, one boop.
Alright, Foxy, stick it right in his craw. Right in his craw. You have a straight shot.
I am curious how this is going to end up hitting Beastwick, but hey, here I am. I'm watching.
Yeah. Listen, anything's possible. Physics here are more of a suggestion than anything.
Zombo combo treads, bitches. Well,
Ow!
effort.
Stop it!
Oh, nah.
hey, line of sight. All right.
Oh, shh.
Bye, Foxy.
Yeah. And there goes Foxy.
Aw.
Oh,
No, you hit the
Yeah.
drone.
You hit the drone.
Ow.
Still
There goes your
counts.
shields.
Come on, gentlemen. This episode of Dragon Ball Z is not over yet.
Listen, we have 5 minutes left on this round, and then the planet explodes. But first, Foxy has to power up for 3 episodes.
Yeah. Also, Rah!
Now, here's a question: if Foxy went Super Saiyan, would his beard go up too?
I don't know.
I don't know. We've never seen any Super Saiyans with a beard.
Ooh, that was interesting.
For God's
Yes.
sake. Die already.
Nay.
And I said, nay, we are but men rock.
Rock and stone. Or rock.
I'm
The...
No.
Ooh.
Well, Beastwick, it's all on you. You can do it, buddy.
It's all on you, Biswick.
You got this, fam.
Yeah.
Taking up the quarterback. It's your turn.
Just pick a good gun, good weapon there.
Yeah.
No, you gotta move a little bit. If Ven can get a clear shot on you, it's game over.
Yeah. You're gonna have to go up and down.
Here's the Rob line of sight, but works both ways.
Yeah, that's the trick.
And Ven has more HP.
I'll bet.
And more damage output.
Possibly. Allegedly.
Oh.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. But will he get
Not gonna be
sucked?
The
Suck.
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 God damn it. We don't
It's
need
a
Facebook
core.
showing up.
Dangle too much.
When the hell did you get armor? God damn it.
What's that do?
I don't know, but it dealt damage.
All right. Listen, I might have a bunch of health, but you're up against somebody pressing random buttons. So. I mean, don't write yourself off.
Yeah, never increase the ability, or never underestimate the ability of one of us to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. It's just
that will happen.
Especially in this game.
Go watch an Armello stream.
Yeah.
It's quite sad sometimes.
Bit wider than that, but you're in the right ballpark.
Yeah.
I was just playing that.
Now.
Balls.
Balls.
All right, now we have the trajectory labeled on the screen.
Yes. Now that we've done the range finding.
I would go for the health.
Nah. Health is for suckers.
I see that
the only hit point
cone
that matters is
moving
your
back and
last one.
forth.
Oh, dude, I'd love to get down to like 1%. Tank starts vibrating, the bar goes all the way back up.
Oh, dang.
Little too much. Little too much.
Okay, so we need to pull down. 2x damage? Sure. And let's go for Disco Inferno.
Just
One of the
barely
fire
out
pips
of
hit.
rage.
Listen, any progress is good progress,
Right.
right? As long as those numbers are going in the right direction, we're gravy.
I mean, you got like 35 HP left, bro.
Yeah. How much does Ben have left? He's got 276.
276.
Let's do it. No pressure. No pressure. Pressure. No pressure.
I'm just saying, dude, there's like 4, possibly 5 months of shit talking. You pull this off.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
A little bit of armor.
All right. You know what? Fair shot. 1 out of 2 ain't bad, especially with these margins.
Oh, now he's got the.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Well. Oh,
How did he
well.
survive that?
Armor.
That wasn't a lot of damage.
What?
Cosmetic ass weapon.
It's a fiesta.
It's good sometimes, not always. Most of the time. You want to use fireworks, really, or pyro.
But you want to stuff a pinata full of fireworks?
No, you want to arc
Why
that
not?
shot to grab the health and then hit me.
Bang, boom.
Or that.
Or
That. Oof.
Then to count the bullet drop.
Was that a sniper
Well,
shot? Because that was a waste.
yeah,
Gravity
well,
and
obviously you have to factor in the curvature of the Earth of whatever the fuck this planet is.
And the flat earthers speak up in 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
I would like
The snake.
I would like the flat earthers to start shit on the snipers for them. That would be fun.
Hey.
Yeah.
I got the
Alright,
boomerang.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go for my daily win bonus. Let's see if I do. Let's see if I get it.
Let's see. We'll do that.
Snipper
So
snipe.
it said I got 10, but it didn't 10 tokens.
I've
but it
won
didn't
20
actually do it.
rounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Check mark a doubt on that.
Well, so you've been on the winning team 20 times.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
That I might fucking believe.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm waiting for the drop. I assume there's one.
Is there one? I don't know.
This is just called Cro-Mag beat.
Okay. I don't think they invented bass drops in Cro-Magnon times.
Right?
Oh, there, I can hear you.
I was
I think
talking
the
on
bass
mute the
drops
entire
were just
time.
the throat noises.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh, you're muted?
There's
Oh.
nothing like a good hour-long
Sorry, just
conversation with
ignoring you.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
It's alright.
You'll get him next time, Beastwick.
Yeah, right. It'll happen next time.
So
But it's good. You didn't hear all the awful things I said.
lovely.
I mean, it will be just like me.
Just terrible racist stuff, you know?
Yeah, it was, everything Jordan told me to say.
Hey, beautiful people, it is past 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Moon Time, so we do want to thank you for showing up and doing this thing, playing some tanks to meet us. Pedro, you need to get that looked at.
How about this? Should I get this looked at?
No, I personally find that entertaining as fuck. Keep that one. So,
Well, I mean, it lets you get into street confrontations with sharks or jets, because you can.
you know what? If I was getting ready and I didn't know, I was getting ready to, I don't know, smelt Pedro into a wall or some shit, and he started doing that, I'd be like, no, all right, I'm not, you're cool. You got other problems, man. So, yeah, thanks everybody for showing up and hanging out with us, watching the show, all the fun stuff. We do this each and every Saturday night. And against our better judgment, we record it and stream it. So hopefully you had a good time. Yes. I'll be back Tuesday with some fresh maps for Trackmania Week 7. I got some doozies in there. Some people had the bright idea of, saying throw some interesting stuff at us. Yeah.
You get some input from Wimpy's server?
No. I got it while we were racing. It's like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's get some stuff. And we will. All right, everyone. We're going to say our good nights and good mornings. Or good afternoons. Fuck, what is it right now?
It's morning right now.
It's
So-
afternoon in Australia. It's morning here.
After midnight, yeah.
It's the witching hour.
It's technically morning here, so.
It is
It's 4 o'clock.
perpetually somewhere between noon and 2 o'clock in Australia in my fucking mind. I've been over this. So I just assume. All right, everyone.
I just
Good
assume
night, Twitch.
Australia's like Arrakis. Just sun all the time.
No, man.
Night.
Australia's the love child of Arrakis and
The planet from Starship Troopers with the bugs.